नहीं करो ना क्या करो करो अच्छे से कर रहा है ऐसे थोड़ी Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Let's do it again, okay? This
Hi.
time I'll pretend like all of you said hi. You will say hi, okay? Hi.
Hi.
Rude. Didn't do that the first time. Hi. Welcome to Sunday afternoon poetry open mic by The Habitat. Thank you so much for coming. How many of you are doing this for the first ever time? Lovely, lovely, wonderful, wonderful. First time here, you know what? I used to always assume first time in life, okay? And then when I tell people, oh, it's first time, and they come in, they're like, first time at Habitat, okay? And I'm like, okay, I'll ask. Is the first time here?
First time.
First time in life?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. How did you get to know about this open mic what motivated you today specifically?
A friend of mine recommended that you should go.
Okay. That's a lovely, wonderful. Congratulations. Hope to, we will hear from you. So really excited for that. Who else was first time? Yeah. Again, first time here or first time in? First time in life. Okay. Same question for you. Like, have you been waiting to perform and now you?
So means 2 years I have been waiting.
Okay. But 2 years you.
No. I'm from Amravati, so that's.
Okay. But you're here for anything specific or?
Yeah, for 30 days. It's for that.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Anyone, even first time? Yes, same question for you. Did you plan on doing this earlier, or was it just like coincidental that you were like, I'll do it now?
It's just I never planned it.
Okay,
It's high time I should do it.
that's great energy. Yeah, you should. Yeah. When you realize ki I waited too long and now can't wait too long, need to do it. First time. Guys, so I'll let you know, okay, as audience, there'll be two kinds of people. One who'll actually be first time, one who'll scam you to be first time, okay? You'll understand once they start reading. Who else? Someone is there, no? First time? Yes, first time. Yes, same question.
I just wanted an opportunity and I thought this was a good one. So,
Oh, lovely, wonderful. Okay, can we have a round of applause for all of these people? Yeah. Now, since we're only going to be these many people, I request all of you sitting behind last few rows, all patchy just people to come here. Come take the first 2 rows. It'll be fun. Let's go. Thank you so much. I apologize for you guys' neck for today, because of the height. Thank you. Great. Wonderful. I have an old friend here who's come back after a long time. Literally in the center. Anything I do, I have to see your face. Hi guys. Hi. No, yellow guy. No. It's going to be more fun now. Okay. I'll explain the rules quickly, okay? And then we can get to the fun part. Everyone gets 4 minutes, okay? So there's a timer right there, and you can see when you're, now, like it's going closer to 4 minutes now. So when it'll be 3 minutes, 30 seconds, you'll see a light in the back. And when you see the light, you have 30 more seconds, okay? Don't start a piece when you have 30 seconds, okay? A lot of people start a piece and then they're like, I started a piece now. I have to wait another 6 minutes now on stage to do this. So please be mindful, because today's a Sunday, right? Anyone working today? You're working after this? Where are you working?
It's a law firm, so we don't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Every time I ask, okay, who's working, there's someone in the audience, and there is Habitat team members who are like, oh, I'm working right now. That reminds me, you should know the team, okay? Now that you raised your hand. The person sitting right behind there, her name is Aditi. Look at her, say hi, Aditi, on 3, 2, 1. You wanted this, right? Then there is, I don't want to do this, but Vivian sitting there, he also does a great job.
Vivian!
Can we say hi, Vivian? Okay, cool. I just like going quiet sometimes. And I can't decide when it happens. It could happen when I'm sitting with you and chilling at home. It could happen on stage. So if I just go quiet, chill. Sometimes when I go quiet, audience feels like they need to do something now. Since I'm like gone. Okay, anyways. So rule number 1, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds you get a light, 4 minutes you need to get off. Everyone please respect your time. Second, have fun. Today's Sunday. You got up from different parts of Bombay, got ready, convince your friends if you had to, convince yourself if you had to, wear some fun clothes, be like today's Sunday, let's go. You came, right? So have fun, okay? Whether it's the first time, your 100th time, this experience is going to be fun. And it's only going to help you, for me at least, it's helped me understand myself better as and when I've gone on stage. So I hope it does the same to you. But here you are, so might as well have fun. Third, please give trigger warning. She said she's the only one working. Anyone else is not working. Let's not ruin anyone's Sunday. Okay? So give a trigger warning if you have to, and the person can step out for 4 minutes and then come back and listen. It'll all be fun, right? Fourth, very important, very important. People keep asking us this all the time. More than when will I get a slot? The next question always is, where are my photos? Or where is the video? I keep seeing these videos, right? So we have a YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's called Habitat Studios. Please go like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. We have 3 cameras. All 3 are going to be capturing you and going live stream on our YouTube channel. You can then download the video and then use your part for your social media. Please do credit the team and people working. So it's Habitat Studios. Right after the event gets over, you'll find the file on our YouTube channel. You can take it off and do that. Photos you'll get in your DM on Instagram from Habitat in 2-3 days or 4-5 days, 6 days maybe, right? 6 days, 7 days. We're working every day, man. Just give us some time, okay? People have called me on my phone, random unknown numbers, okay? And because I'm a freelancer, I'm hopeful. So I think it'll be work. So then I pick up and then without saying anything, they're like, where are my photos from the poetry open mic? Like we've only had 1 poetry open mic in the whole year, right? So it gets very difficult to do this. So whoever's giving my number away, please don't. And you'll get your photos, okay? Okay. I feel like the energy was here, and I started talking, and then it just like, it's gone. Okay? नहीं है ना? Oh, photo. ठीक है, I can't do anything about it. I can only say this is my job. I'll say it, and yeah. Cool. I'm telling you, I'll just randomly go blank, okay? If you feel like adding something, do it. If you feel like it's an open mic, okay? The point is to try, experiment, learn something about yourself, explore, and maybe also get validation. It's all of it. Cool. So we have a bunch of performers. We'll do a practice, okay? Because I saw the energy go down because of the photos, apparently. So I'll make you guys, we'll do a rehearsal clap, okay? For when a person comes on stage. And you guys will pretend like this person's your best friend, okay? Can we pretend for 2 hours? Yeah?
Yes.
I love how convincingly everyone agreed so easily. Wow. Fine. Whistling? Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm going to call a person. And it's a fictional person. None of you guys, okay? Just a fictional person. Just a sound maybe. But you have to pretend like they're your best friend and cheer and clap together, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Na 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 na. Right. So you have the energy. I don't know what you're saving it for. But anyways, cool. We'll talk about it later. I want to talk about Bollywood. Before we begin, okay, all I want to say is my name is Harsh. I forget to do this quite a lot. My name is Harsh and I'll be your host for this evening. Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine, guys. I am a storyteller and I think my life is based on a true story. Everything I do is based on a true story. I love real life tales. They give a lot of elements of scope that you never thought existed in so many different ways, right? So I want to talk about Bollywood movies and one specific movie and how it impacted my life or how my life is connected to that movie. Okay, we'll come back and talk about it. For now, all I want you guys to do is relax. We'll call the first performer. They'll come, they'll do their jazz. You need to like cheer like crazy when they come and when they go and sit down, right? And then when I come, it's fine. You can just talk to me. If I say something and one person feels like clapping, clap. Usually what happens, one person starts clapping, other people are like, oh shit, now I have to like, fine, thanks for clapping. So one person feels like clapping for me, clap. For other people, each one of you, every single one of you has to do it, okay? Right? Got it, got it, got it. Can we start?
Got it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Together. First person, can we please have Afreen?
Alright. Hi everyone, I'm Afreen and I'm going to be reading from my new book, Hurt and Heart. The first book was all about thoughts and concepts. This one is more about the emotions and experiences that I've been through. These days I feel gaslighting and narcissism is thrown away a little casually, like if somebody's just mean to you or something like that. But I had the privilege of dating the OG narcissist, diagnosed psychopath and sociopath, and that is something that I talk about in this book. So if that's a trigger point for someone, yeah, then they might want to leave the room. But it's pretty chill. I mean, I was in it for a while, so it must be chill. Just a second. Yeah. So the first one is upside down. And the most gullible person met a compulsive liar. And I ate up everything I'd ever hear. And the liar met an honest one. And no matter what story I said, another story he spun. As the thief thinks everyone is stealing, while the honest one feels all is feeling, he kept on lying and I kept on believing. And the whole relationship flied by in defending truths and believing lies. Okay. The next one is struck by gaslighting. The fights didn't happen based on truths and facts. They were filled with below-the-belt attacks. My reaction to the abuse were twisted to be participation by the accused. There was silent treatment, there was violent treatment, there was passive aggression, there was active aggression. The adulations weren't true, the castigations weren't true. The past recollection, the future prediction were all false too. I was mocked, I was locked. My concerns laughed off, my reality was morphed. I was isolated, I was manipulated, I was subjugated, I was instigated. I was raised, I was praised, I was beaten and berated. I was stumbling around in the dark, supported and guided by the arm of shark. I took time to get out of the doom. It was hard to see my way out of a gaslit room. That man. I'm speaking to those I wouldn't say hi. I'm responding to all with instant reply. To keep myself distracted, I'm self-medicating. To keep myself engaged, I'm self-deprecating. Instead of learning to be with myself, I'm running around like a headless chicken. Though it's not much of help, I can't stop and see within. People say it's wrong, that I'm running away from my problem. But at times you can't swim. You can only float to stay on top of them. Self-love, self-actualization, I do not strive. Wounded in war, I'm fighting to survive. Till I collect courage to turn and fight. I'll do what I need to, as at times wrong is right. Those who are judging can eat shit. I'm not embarrassed, not one bit. It's not an ideal solution, but pay heed. I'm not the hero I deserve, but I'm the hero I need. Thank you.
I think one more time was better. Yeah. Thank you. I love it, dude. This next one is from my third book. I really love it. I like. How many of you have had? Give me a cheer, okay? How many of you have had aspiration to write a book in your life? Yeah. How many of you have done it so far? I mean, except Afreen in this case. You've done so far. Okay, Sanju. That's lovely. Let's do this quickly. tell the name of the book. I know it's available on Amazon, I'm assuming, but the name of the book and where can people find it anywhere else or?
Yes. The book is Hurt and Heart. It's available on Flipkart, Yuki-Yoto, and yeah, a couple of links on my Instagram.
Lovely. Sanju, same.
My book's name is Ankari.
Yes.
It's Hindi poems. It's available on Amazon.
Lovely. Lovely. Yeah. It takes a lot, man. It takes a lot to be able to write a book. How long did that take?
Like, excluding the experiences that you go through, you like write about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the book took a couple of years, like maybe 3-4 years.
Okay. Wow. It's a lot, man. How about you, Sanju?
I was initially planning on writing a novel.
Okay.
Okay, that took 2 years.
Hmm.
And I knew that case कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. There was no closure in that novel. I then chose to switch to the poetry book जो 3 महीने में हो गया.
Okay. That's lovely. Still, the work that it goes into it is crazy. So I'm always very excited because I started writing at the age of 10. Okay, and this is something you need to know about me. This is me in 2023. I feel firm. I feel confident. I feel like I have a life. I have a voice. I can, speak it out. I can speak my heart out. This is me when I was growing up. I was like, yo, humans are fucking scary, man. I still feel like that, but that's a different context. We'll talk about it some other day. But this is very scary, right? I was always like, I can't talk to people. I'm very scared of if two of us were having a conversation and if she says something to me and asks me, I will have like a whole 10,000 fireballs just breaking, saying shit, what to do. Have you guys everyone seen Inside Out, right? Yeah. So you know that scene when they show the father and mother, they zoom into their brain and you can see in the father's brain how much chaos is there. I felt like that, but with more people in my head, and I was younger, so I didn't understand. So it's very scary, right? So my only, whatever way of understanding life was to write. All of my frustration, all of my anxiety would come out there. And around that time, I was reading books like Famous Five. People have read that, yeah? Yes. All of those books, yeah. And I got very excited, and I wrote a book then, okay? And honestly, it was, I can't even say how the book was, but it was called Hardy Boys. From India.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Original. Yeah. Yeah, guys, yeah. Stop validating my 10-year-old self. So, I wrote that book, right? Why? Because I read those books. I didn't see people like they described in the books around me. So, I wanted some, touch that made us feel like Indians.
Representation.
Yeah. And I didn't understand these alley and all. No one is like, मेरे घर के बाजू में alley है ना, वहाँ पे आ जा. No one does that, right? Yeah, I wanted gully. Yeah, I wanted stories from a gully, man. So I was like, I'll do that. And then I wrote it. It was such a, I don't remember how the experience was. I was just going to say it was a good experience. It was a experience. And if you tell me, if I had a chance to find that book, because I don't know where the book is, find the book and read it, I would happily say no. Because I'm good. I don't want to know what happened to Rahul Raj. 4 other brothers. I don't know. I did. Rahul, Raj, Rohit, something. I don't know. I wanted alliterating names with R. I don't know why. So that's why from that point onwards, I was like, I want to write a book. नहीं हुआ कभी life में. अभी शायद होगा life में. But every time I see someone, I'm like, wow, it's crazy. And also there is a certain pride because you did come with your first book, right? And I saw that moment and this moment. It's really, really cool. ठीक है बस यही पे था बस इतना था छोटा सा था थॉट मेरा बस और कुछ ठीक है I'll call the next person, okay? Come back, we'll talk about Bollywood movies. Till then, if you can, don't actively think about it. Think about the Bollywood movie that impacted you. Not made you laugh, not made you cry, not made you really impacted your life, right? We'll come back and talk about it. Next person, you know what to do? Hey, come on, a little more. Together. Sir, I don't see you clapping. No, I don't see you clapping. Is your name Manas? Oh, then you're next. Once again. Can we please have Manas?
Oh, okay.
So you're not clapping for yourself?
I should clap for myself. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
My name is Manas. और मैं यहाँ पे आप लोगों को एक बात बताने के लिए आया हूँ. मैं यहीं पे अंधेरी में एक कमरे के मकान में रहता हूँ। एक कमरा, एक किचन, एक हॉल और उसमें एक खिड़की है। उस खिड़की से चिपका के मैंने एक मेज़ और कुर्सी लगा रखी है। उस कुर्सी पर मैं बैठता हूँ और मेज़ पे मेरी डायरी। वो वहाँ बैठे बैठे मेरे सारे ख्याल सुना करती है, वो भी जो कभी उस पर लिखे नहीं गया और वो भी जो मैं खुद सोचना नहीं चाहता। ऐसे ही एक दिन वो अपना कोरा पन्ना खोले इंतज़ार कर रही थी खुद पे कुछ पूरी कहानी लिखे जाने का। तभी अंदर वाले कमरे से कुछ आवाज़ आने लगी, जैसे उस कमरे के दरवाजे को कोई अंदर से दस्तक दे रहा था। ये सुनकर डायरी थोड़ी हैरान हुई, लेकिन मैं इत्मीनान से बैठा रहा। तुम्हारे जाने के बाद उस कमरे को मैंने तुरंत ही बंद कर दिया था, समेटा भी नहीं था वैसा का वैसा, इस डर से कि जो बातें होनी बाकी थी, जो किस्से घटने बाकी थे, जो सांसें ली जानी बाकी थी, अगर वो बाहर निकल गए तो कहानी तो अधूरी रह जाएगी। और वो एक डरावना ख्याल जो डरावने ख्वाब से पनपा था, बाहर निकल गया तो सच हो जाएगा। तब से वो कमरा कभी खोला ही नहीं। वक्त बेवक्त वहाँ से दस्तक आती रहती थी। कई बार मन हुआ कि खोल दूं, लेकिन फिर लगा थोड़ा सा और इंतज़ार कर लेते हैं। आज वो दस्तक ज़रा ज़ोर से आ रही थी, धीरे धीरे शोर में बढ़ रही थी। उस शोर से डायरी बड़ी बेचैन हो रही थी, झटपटाहट के मारे अपने पन्ने फड़फड़ा रही थी। तो मैं उठा और आज मैंने वो कमरा खोल दिया। जैसे ही खोला तो अंदर एक अजीब सी ठंडक महसूस हुई, जैसे न जाने कितना लंबा वक्त जमा हुआ था। और वहाँ वो कुछ नहीं था जिन्हें मैं बंद करके गया था, सिवाय उस डरावने ख्याल के, अकेलेपन का ख्याल, जिसे मैं ख्याल समझता था, लेकिन उसे शरीर मिल चुका था सच का। मैं उसके करीब गया। उसके हाथों में सूजन आ चुकी थी जो शायद दरवाज़ा पीटने से आई थी। आंखों में बहुत थकान थी जो शायद इंतज़ार से आई थी। मैंने उसको बहुत सहजता से छुआ। मेरे छूते ही वो कोहरे में बदल गया, एहसास के कोहरे में। किसी भी ख्याल को तो बंद करके रख सकते हैं, लेकिन एहसास को महसूस करने से कैसे कोई बच सकता है? वो तो कोहरे की तरह होता है, वो हमसे नहीं, हम उससे होके गुजरते हैं। मैं जैसे जैसे उस कमरे से बाहर जा रहा था, मेरा रोम रोम उस कोहरे से होके गुजर रहा था। दिखते दिखते वो पूरे पूरे घर में फैल गया। मैं मेरी मेज़ के करीब पहुंचा, नज़र डायरी पे पड़ी तो वो मुझे देख के मुस्कुरा रही थी। उसे मैंने हाथ में लिया तो उस कोरे पन्ने पे एक कहानी आके बैठी थी, जो शायद उस अंदर वाले कमरे से आई थी। मैंने उस कहानी को पढ़ा और पढ़ते ही उसे तुरंत बंद करके वहाँ से बाहर निकल गया और यहाँ आ गया आप लोगों को ये बात बताने के लिए कि ये वाली कहानी भी अभी अधूरी थी। ये बात मैंने उस डायरी को नहीं बताई है, आप भी मत बताना। थैंक यू।
One more time. Come on. Thank you. It was so well described, dude. I could like imagine every beat of it. Thank you so much for doing this. So, give me a cheer. मैं आगे बोला ही नहीं। तुम लोग बस दे रहे हो बस। Give me a cheer if you love Bollywood. Give me a cheer. Is there anyone who doesn't like it? And I'm not saying like, oh, मेरे को ये movie नहीं पसंद. Like literally dislikes it. Like I will never watch a Bollywood movie. I don't want to watch it. It's boring. Nothing? Okay, great. Okay, cool. So yeah, anyone who already has a name, what movie impacted them? Yeah.
Surprisingly, Faltu.
Okay. In one sentence, maybe if you can tell us what impacted it or what it make you feel or.
I realized that marks and academics were not everything.
Okay.
Because it focused on alternative education and practical life of like learning.
Yeah.
Like the actual skills that will help in the real world.
Yeah.
So I didn't take too much pressure on academics then, and I kind of started focusing on shit that will actually help me like excel like, in the real world.
When was this? Which grade was this?
Believe it or not, 7th, 8th.
Okay. Did you do well that year?
No.
Okay. Okay, cool. I just thought I'll ask. Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes. Udan. Yes, yes, yes. Udan. I think a lot of people have seen that. What about it again?
The fact that if you're really sure of your dreams,
Yeah.
and if that means fighting against everyone in the world, then so be it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great thought. Yeah. That's a great takeaway. Thank you for sharing. Yes.
Can I say two?
Yeah. We'll start with one.
The first one would be Thappad.
Okay.
For the simple
Yes.
reason that it made me understand the actual meaning of consent for me. It
Yeah.
was that. And the second one would be Three Idiots.
Okay.
Just the whole film.
Just the way
Just
the way it's
way
made. Yeah. Very fun movie.
Makdi.
Makdi.
That affected.
Affected.
That's what you asked, right? That's what you asked.
Impacted.
Impacted, yeah.
Yeah, like in a-
It impacted me negatively.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What was it? The visual? Was it the what was it about it made you feel?
The whole package.
The whole
entire
thing,
movie,
okay.
I didn't go to a room alone.
After that day, they did like over awareness, like just over, like oh no, I can't be in the same room. Okay, anyone else? Yes,
Tamasha.
yes, and what is the reason?
So, for that fact, the entire filmography of Imtiaz Ali's,
Yeah,
Rockstar and Tamasha. Because I relate to Tamasha a lot because I have been in a corporate structure for over 3 years.
yeah,
To get out of that whole idea of following the same thing over and over again and again, रोज उठकर वही चीजें करता था. तो
Yeah.
that movie gave me an idea कि इससे बाहर भी जिंदगी है.
yeah.
So that's one thing that
Nice, lovely. You can clap if you want to. Huh? I'm not saying anything. If you want to. Anyone else? Oh, I thought all of you were Bollywood fans. What happened? Or is there no movie that impacted you? Like entertainment के लिए देखता हूँ बस. रंग दे बसंती. Yes. What
Like
what
a
is it?
group of friends who are like supposedly good for nothing can if they actually decide can do something.
Yeah. So very nice. Last. Anyone? Okay. For me, I mean, it's a lot of these movies also, but I think Tare Zameen Par, like that really like was the it was like the flag bearer of all the trauma children were going through. Except it was so funny because I remember children feeling liberated, like with some sense of like wow, we also have value, okay, like we are also something. देखो ऐसा करोगे तो ये होगा हमारे साथ, shit like that. So I think it was a very interesting movie, interestingly made. The sequence of events, the way it goes through, because you're not just rooting for one person in that movie, you're rooting for many parties, many different people, right? And as simple as that scene when when Amir Khan's trying to explain, right, his mental condition, and the father's just not willing to like agree, and then he used different techniques, and I feel like that was such a one. It was also a generational thing. I feel it's like him doing that was like a push to the generation saying, yo, this shit's real. And I feel like 10 years from that point of time, somewhere last few years, the whole awareness around mental health again, or just what we were when we were kids, because nobody diagnosed it, right? It was just like labels. Silly, idiot, doesn't not want to study, shit like that. It was just that, those are the words going around. So for me, everything about his character from the beginning of the film till he goes to hostel was literally my life, like while growing up. I feel like, because I was scared of talking to people. I was a very slow learner, which I learned much later in life, right? I felt like it would be nice if someone, for once, a teacher would be like, he's a slow learner, instead of being like, you know that. Because it can get tiring, I feel, when you're going to parent-teacher meeting again and again every year, and your teacher's like, he's this, and you're just like, yeah, now I have a vocabulary of labels for myself, but I don't know what to do about the marks, right? I'm not understanding. Nobody asking me to understand the concept. They're just like, इसको समझा है, but ये use नहीं करना चाहता है. हम like, इतना smart हो क्या मैं समझ भी गया हूँ, मुझे नहीं पता, ठीक है? But मुझे apply भी करना है, मैं apply नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Because I want to be lazy, right? And I was like, who are these people, dude? What do they think of me? And is there anybody over here who went to a lot of tuition or started going to tuitions much early in life? What grade was it?
I started tuitions in like 5th, 6th.
Okay.
And it went on till 12th, and it went on
Yeah.
for all subjects.
Yeah, I think that.
Geography, history, maths, everything.
Yeah, that. So anyone else?
8th to 12th.
Okay. But eighth, I feel maybe 8th or 9th or 10th onwards, like all of those areas, it
And my
still
mom's a
makes
teacher,
sense.
so
Okay.
वही tuitions होते थे.
Oh,
Ouch.
I know that's a very. Wait, so your mom used to teach in the same school as you?
No,
Just
a
the.
teacher. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How many people were at your house, or what was the
At
scenario?
any given time,
Yeah, at any given time. That's a good point too.
at any given point in time, we would at least have 4 to 5 kids, different
Okay.
standards,
Yeah.
and she would just teach English and math
Okay.
and science.
Okay.
So, and I hated those subjects except for English. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
"Maths
yeah.
नहीं आती है."
Yeah. I haven't found anyone, by the way, who dislikes English or is like, I never liked English. It intimidated me. Didn't understand short stories. Right? So everyone, I think, I'm assuming everyone loves English, right? It's a fun subject. English was my favorite too. Clearly, guess what we all are doing right now around this. So it was easier for me to focus on that than any other subject. But I went to tuition. I started going at grade 3. Thanks. This reaction, right? And it's not like I failed in anything, but I was failing consistently every day on something, and I couldn't gather myself up. And so my parents are like, maybe just sending him to tuition will help. And since third grade, I've just gone to and I've like, as much as I have had tuition experiences, I've had the best tuition experiences also. Just being in different rooms with different teachers. Because every year, third I went different, fourth I went different, fifth I went different, whatever. Sixth over the years, right? 10th I went different. 10th तक गया था मैं, 11th 12th तक गया था मैं. 11th I didn't go till 12th I went. But it's a bizarre experience, dude, to be able to go to so many tuitions. It'll teach me. Tuitions taught me how to make friends more than school did. Because there were so many kids there, and you would get to bitch about how math sucks. Yeah, because nothing else was there to bitch about or gossip about. So you're like, oh, math sucks. The other kids are like, yeah, cool. And I've had a good experience going to tuitions, but I feel like there's this weird label that you can't go to tuitions when you're in third or second. And adults who are 30-year-old are telling you that, oh, second ka to easy hai, to tuition kyun ja rahe ho? I'm like, I'm 6 now, but I don't understand it. So that movie, I think, really changed the impact of how people looked at you. And fortunately, I'm hoping that it changed the way teachers give labels to students, saying, he's just dumb or he doesn't understand, he's dull or whatever else. So that movie was really good because it made a lot of adults for once in the room think and be like, oh, maybe we fucked this up completely. Maybe we should change it now. So for me, I think that's one of the movies that impacted me. I'll come back and I'll talk to you more about it. For now, we need to call the next performer. You know what to do. Can we please have Nivedita? She's coming here only. All of you clap. I don't see you clapping. Come on, yeah.
Hey, hi, hello everyone. So my name is Nivedita. और आज जो मैं यहाँ कविता करने जा रही हूँ उसका शीर्षक है इसमें बड़ी बात क्या है. तो मैं कुछ ज़्यादा उसके बारे में बोलूँगी नहीं. उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप लोग कहीं ना कहीं रिलेट कर पाओगे. So here it goes. मुझे हमेशा से एक अच्छी बेटी बनना था. यूँ तो कभी किसी ने सिखाया नहीं, पर बड़े होते होते सीख लिए थे मैंने एक अच्छी बेटी बनने के सारे सलीके. मेथी, राई, जायफल, अजवाइन के डब्बों से लेकर पापा के रुमाल, इस्त्री के कपड़े और रोज़मर्रा की दवाइयाँ. घर में क्या कहाँ रखा जाता है, घर में कौन कब आता है, सब पता था मुझे. अच्छी बेटी जो बनना था. उस दिन सुबह सैर के बाद माँ के साथ उनकी सहेलियाँ भी घर आ गईं. गर्मी से पस्त, सोफे पर ध्वस्त. शर्मा आंटी ने मम्मी से बोला, भाभी जी कुछ ठंडा पिलाइए. माँ ने मुझे आवाज़ लगाई. अब फ़र्ज़ था मेरा, पर मैं थी थोड़ा अलसाई. मैंने भाई को बोला, 1 प्लेट नमकीन और 4 ग्लास कोला जल्दी से बाहर दे आओ ना. अब काम था आसान. भाई ने सलीके से लगाया सारा सामान और ले गया मेहमानों के लिए. अचानक मुझे सुनाई दी कुछ आवाज़ें. कुछ व्याकुल, कुछ विचलित, जैसे देख लिया हो कोई अजूबा. सारे थे अचंभित. अरे बेटा, तुम क्यों लेकर आ गए? बहन घर पे नहीं है क्या? क्या भाभी जी, बेटे से काम करा रही हैं, हम खुद ही ले आते। माँ ने भी झिझक कर बोला, बिटिया शायद सो रही होगी। उस दिन उनकी बातें सुनकर पहले हंसी आई, फिर समझ। माँ हमेशा कहती थी कि कभी बेटे और बेटी में नहीं किया फ़र्क, तो फिर एक अच्छी बेटी और एक अच्छा बेटा बनने के कायदे क्यों थे इतने अलग? घर तो मेरा भी था और भाई का भी, तो घर की सारी जिम्मेदारियां सिर्फ मेरी क्यों थी? कहने की बराबरी ये अनकहा सा नियम साथ किया है, लड़के ने जो रसोई का काम कर दिया तो इसमें बड़ी बात क्या है? पच्चीस साल की उम्र में शादी हुई और जीवन साथी मिला ऐसा जिसने सच में बराबरी के मायने सिखाए। अब घर के पर्दे धोकर वो भी सुखाता था और म्यूचुअल फंड्स में निवेश करना मुझे भी आता था। सुबह दोनों दफ्तर जाने की अफरा तफरी में होते तो नाश्ता वो बनाता और खाना मैं। शाम को चाय के साथ उसको सुनाती ऑफिस का सारा ताना बाना मैं। कुछ महीनों में मेरी ऑफिस में तरक्की हुई और साथ ही मुंबई हेड ऑफिस में तबादला। नया शहर, नई शुरुआत, हमारी खुशी का न था कोई ठिकाना। कामों की लंबी सी लिस्ट में एक छोटा सा काम था, उसके लिए नई नौकरी तलाशना। पर जाने इसमें लोगों को ऐसा क्या चुभ गया? रोज एक नई नसीहत, रोज एक नई हिदायत। बीवी के लिए अपना करियर क्यों खराब कर रहे हो? अच्छी नौकरी, अच्छा फ्यूचर सब बर्बाद कर रहे हो। अब मुंबई में नौकरी नहीं मिली तो क्या करोगे? बीवी के पैसों पर क्या उसका गुलाम बन के रहोगे? पर मैंने भी तो उसके लिए कई शहर बदले थे। करियर तो उसका भी था और मेरा भी। फिर आगे बढ़ने, तरक्की करने का हक सिर्फ उसका क्यों? घर में थी बराबरी, पर सोच बदलने पे ये समाज को आघात किया है। बीवी की तरक्की को अगर पहली पहल दी तो इसमें बड़ी बात क्या है? कुछ साल बाद घर में आई एक नन्ही सी बिटिया, खुशियों का पिटारा, घर की रौनक। कहने को तो थी एक नन्ही सी जान, पर अपने साथ लेके आई कभी न खत्म होने वाले अनगिनत काम। उसको सुलाना, सजाना, मनाना, खिलाना कुछ भी तो ना था आसान। और उसके सारे काम मैं ही नहीं, वो भी पूरे हक से करता था। पर जाने क्यों लोगों को ये बात अखरती थी कि रात भर जगने की थकान सिर्फ माँ ही नहीं, पिता के चेहरे पर भी दिखती थी। एक दिन वो छोटी को तैयार कर उसके बालों को कायदे से 2 चोटियों में बांधकर नीचे घुमाने ले गया, तो जाने क्यों लोगों की नजरों में हीरो बन गया। मैं तो रोज ये करती थी। मैं करूं तो साधारण सामान्य, वो करे तो बिल्कुल महान। ये अलग जज्बात क्या है? पिता ने जो अपने ही बच्चे का ख्याल रखा तो इसमें बड़ी बात क्या है? जानती हूं गलती नहीं है किसी की, जो देखा वही सीखा। अब पापा घर में अक्सर माँ से कह देते हैं, कल ज़रा बड़े बॉस के साथ मीटिंग है, शर्ट फटाफट इस्त्री कर दो, आज बेसन की रोटियां बना दो, अच्छा सुनो ज़रा एक गिलास पानी पिला दो। माँ को तो कभी ये सब कहते नहीं देखा, तो बस जो देखा वही सीखा। लड़कों के जीने का अलग नियम, लड़कियों का अलग सलीका। पर सोचो ना कैसा हो अगर हम सच में एक बराबरी का समाज बनाएं। घर में झाड़ू पोछा करने पर ना लड़कों की खिल्ली उड़ाएं और ना ही गोल रोटियां बनाने पर उनको सर पे चढ़ाएं। एक बच्चे का ख्याल माँ से बेहतर कोई नहीं रख सकता, जैसे फालतू के तर्क पिता को ना सिखाएं और परिवार को करियर से आगे रखने पर उसको ताने ना सुनाएं। कैसा हो अगर सच में हम समझ पाएं, लड़कियों को उम्र से जल्दी बड़ा ना करें और लड़कों को थोड़ा जल्दी जिम्मेदारियां सिखाएं।
Yeah. Thank you, Nivedita. What happened? बस एक सिंक में तुमने रोक दिया, 1 सेकेंड में। Wow, man. What? Okay, cool. I call the next person. We'll come back and talk, right? Also, guys, please stick to time. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, you'll get a light behind. 4th minute, you'll have to get off. I'm really sorry. I can't do anything. I really can't. It's not like there's one person waiting outside. I have to go convincing. इसको तो छोड़ दो यार 2 और मिनट प्लीज. नहीं कर सकता मैं किसी के लिए. तो प्लीज माफ कर दो मुझे. Okay. So next person. Yeah. Can you please have Shraddha? Shraddha, your first time, right? First time, guys. First time. Yeah.
हेलो एवरीवन. तो आपने कभी प्यार व्यार एक्सपीरियंस किया है? ऑब्वियसली सब करते हैं यार. मैंने भी किया था. मीन्स इतना भी नहीं बट हाँ थोड़ा सा. तो मैंने लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रिलेशनशिप के लिए लिखा है कि बेशक तुमसे दूर हूँ, बेशक तुमसे दूर हूँ, हाँ माना थोड़ी मजबूर हूँ. बेशक तुमसे दूर हूँ, हाँ माना थोड़ी मजबूर हूँ, पर इन जिस्मों की दूरियों से फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. मैं तो तुम्हारी रूह में मौजूद हूँ. ओके. सो यहाँ पे कोई सिंगल है? सिंगल? ओके. मुझे लगा कि इस दुनिया में मैं ही बची हूँ सिर्फ एक सिंगल जो है. यहाँ पे तो बहुत लोग हैं. ओके. तो मैं भी सिंगल हूँ. तो लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि तुझे कैसा लड़का चाहिए भाई, कौन सा राजकुमार आने वाला है तेरे लिए. तो मैंने तब लिखा था कि तलाश उसकी है जो किसी और नज़र के लिए मुझे नज़रअंदाज ना करे, मुझसे बेपनाह प्यार करे और फिर बस बेफिक्र इकरार करे. चांद तारे तोड़ने की बातें वो ना ही करे तो अच्छा है, बस उन्हें मेरे साथ बैठकर देखने का वादा करे. कॉफ़ी से प्यार नहीं है मुझे, बस मेरे लिए रोज़ सुबह बस एक चाय तैयार करे. समझदार नहीं हूँ मैं, समझदारी की बातें नहीं होती मुझसे. कोई तो हो जो मेरे बचपन पर मुझसे ज़्यादा जानिसार करे. कोई तो हो जो मुझसे भी ज़्यादा प्यार करे. और लिखा था मैंने, और ऐसा लिखा था कि उस इश्क के कुल्हड़ की चाय हमने भी चखी थी. उस इश्क के कुल्हड़ की चाय हमने भी चखी थी. हमने भी रातों में छुप छुप कर किसी की चिट्ठियाँ पढ़ी थी. चांद के बहाने हमने भी किसी की राह तकी थी. था कोई कृष्ण जिसकी इस राधा ने बरसों राह तकी थी. ओके. यहाँ कोई हार्ट ब्रोकन पर्सन है? मेरे पास सबका स्टॉक है. जेन्युइनली जेन्युइनली मेरे पास सबका स्टॉक है. बोलो कौन सा लगे. ओके. सो जो मीन्स कुछ कपल होते हैं जो मीन्स रिलेशनशिप में होते हैं लेकिन हो नहीं पाते, मीन्स शादी वादी नहीं हो पाता है किसी रीज़न से. तो उसके लिए लिखा था मैंने, इस जन्म ना सही हम अगले जन्म फिर मिलेंगे. करने की रह गई जो बातें दिल में फिर खूब करेंगे. मिलेंगे ऐसे फिर कभी ना बिछड़ेंगे. तेरा हाथ पकड़कर हम बस तेरी ही बातें करेंगे. दोहराएंगे फिर उन किस्सों को, तेरे अंदर मेरे रह गए उस हिस्से को. मुझे उस हिस्से की आज भी तलाश है. झूठ नहीं कहूँगी पर ये दिल तुझसे मिलने को आज भी बेकरार है. बस तुम हाथ पकड़ना और हम साथ चल देंगे. जो हिम्मत कर ना सके इस जन्म में अगले जन्म हम वो भी कर देंगे. क्या हुआ जो इस जन्म मिल ना सके, बस इंतज़ार करना मेरा, हम अगले जन्म फिर मिलेंगे. तो मीन्स मुझे लगता है कि मैं ना बहुत गलत जनरेशन में आ गई हूँ क्योंकि मुझे आज भी वो चिट्ठी, चाय, 90s के गाने, साइड मीन्स बारिश में बैठना, ये सब बहुत पसंद आता है. मीन्स पुराने ज़माने के टाइप, समझ सकते हो. ओके. तो मैंने उसके लिए भी लिखा है थोड़ा बहुत कि इस स्टारबक्स के ज़माने में भी ना मुझे वो टफरी की चाय पसंद है. बारिश में भीग कर किया हुआ तेरा इकरार पसंद है. मेरे घर के बाहर घंटों बैठकर गुलाब लेकर तेरा किया हुआ इंतज़ार पसंद है. जब सड़क किनारे चलूँ मैं तो हाथों में तेरा हाथ पसंद है. ये बात बात पर साथ छोड़ जाने वाली जनरेशन में भी ना मुझे ज़िंदगी भर का साथ पसंद है. हमारी जनरेशन में ना मीन्स फेस बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. मीन्स बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो मीन्स मैंने उसके ऊपर भी कुछ लिखा था कि चेहरे की कीमत भी उस दिन पता चली जब तो उस चेहरे के कारण मुझे छोड़ के चला गया. दिल सच्चा था मेरा पर इस चेहरे के कारण तू उसे तोड़ के चला गया. तू तो चला गया, तुझे खबर भी नहीं, कोई तेरे जाने से बस जिंदा लाश बन के रह गया. तू पहला प्यार था मेरा पर लगता है जैसे अब आखिरी ही रह गया. तो चेहरे की कीमत भी उस दिन पता चली जब तो उस चेहरे के कारण मुझे छोड़ के चला गया.
Was this your first time? No. No, get out, dude. Can we please have a round of applause for her? You're damn funny, man. हाँ नहीं नहीं man. It's not that, okay? I didn't give context, so it sounds like, you know, it's not that. The point is, the point is, सब लोग अंदर देख क्या हो गया? The point is like when I began, right? I in Bombay, I began my poetry journey here, right? So we used to have a thing called poetry tournament where we would all come here, sit for 1 hour, write. We're given themes, and then we're supposed to come and perform on the spot, and the winners and shit. My first time, I came with a paper, and like I'm trying to hold the paper, right? मैं इधर literally ऐसे खड़ा हूँ ये stage पे paper पकड़ा है, and now I want to like I'm from theatre, right? So people are like you have to make eye contact when you're on stage. So now paper is here, and I'm trying to make eye contact. So I'm trying to read the line, and then I'm like. And then I started freaking out, right? So then I was like, and my hands also shivering. So I was like, what do I do? So I took the paper this side, then I'm like, nahi, bahut shiver ho raha hai. Then I took the paper this side. So I'm saying, this is great, right? I'm glad you practiced. I'm glad you came here and did this. Thank you so much once again. Also loved it. Okay, I've never heard anyone do this. I've never heard anyone be like, have you been in love? And people are like, yeah. And then 2 minutes later, have you been heartbroken? Yeah. It's like, yeah, exactly. This is, wow. 5 years of poetry, people choose one, huh? They choose one lane. And they're like, today I'll talk about either love or heartbreak. Yeah. This is great. And then she's also saying, और भी है. तुम demand करो, मैं बताती हूँ. I love it. I was waiting, you know, love, heartbreak, live-in, situationship, chill, everything. Everything, just different. Pura family planning in this. Do you guys, this is just between us, okay? I mean, it's being live streamed, it's okay. It's just between us. It is between us. Like, what is this situationship, dude? Like, I don't understand it. I've tried Googling it. I've tried asking human beings. They don't explain it well. Is there anybody here who can explain? Yeah.
So I've heard it online only that it's basically one person is in relationship, the other person is single.
No, so basically if there are 2 people
Yeah.
and you don't want to get along but you are like मैं इसको छोड़ कैसे दूँ यार? Like enough to keep you hanging. That's all.
Isn't that like friendship?
नहीं.
Already.
No.
I'm saying friendship, like, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying, isn't that like with friends?
Friends with benefits
you
is
But
only
with
physical,
sex.
but Amen.
so much voice and pointing. Okay. Just.
No, but like friends, you both are friends. Here, mostly situationship is one person wants a relationship. In their head, there is one. They are thinking कल होगा, अच्छा कल नहीं परसों होगा. हम लोग जा रहे भाई जा.
But they're just thinking. They're just.
It's wishful thinking.
So people don't talk to each other and tell each other, I like you,
Oh,
let's
we
be
are
in a
in
relationship.
Let's be in a situationship. No.
अब है मतलब ठीक है.
नहीं है, मतलब है यार, मेरे को समझना है क्या है, कुछ भी आता
You
रहता है भाई.
discover you're in a situationship. Mostly कोई दोस्त बताता है.
कि भाई
कि,
कट रहा है.
oh, you're in a situationship. I was like, हाँ?
कि भाई कट रहा है मतलब.
अच्छा क्या कट रहा है? Yeah.
Cool. Still don't understand, but cool.
I too committed है.
नहीं, मैं ठीक हूँ. No, I'm just trying to like, you know, be with the
Trend.
yeah, wind, web trend, whatever that is. I'm just trying to understand. Because everyone starts using this term so casually, right? The minute it came out in the market, everyone's like, me also. So I'm trying to understand what the fuck is this? Yeah. It's so confusing. Like, there were less labels. That now we're like, we'll have more labels. It'll be more fun to play this game called life. Oh, silence is good. Silence is good. It's nice. We can, you know, last open mic I did it at Adagio, and for some reason, someone was like, someone just entered after being in traffic for a while, and she was late for the event, so she came and she was trying to like breathe, panic, and be like, I'm here, it's fine, let's do it. And then she sat down, and then I asked her a question like 2 months later, realizing, forgetting that she just came. She's like, listen, I'm just trying to breathe yet. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it together. And then all of us in the room took 3 deep breaths together. And maybe I want to try it now because you guys are here, right? So together, we'll take 3 deep breaths in and release it, okay? Okay, on the count of 1, 2, 3, right? You can get your back straight if you want, right? I'm seriously doing this. I swear to God, okay? You ready? 3, 2, 1. He opened his mouth and yawned, dude, on my face. Deep breath on a Sunday only means sleep. Okay. One more time. Without you yawning on my face? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Release. Another one. Release. Last one. Yeah, done. So religious people like, I'm like, okay, relax, yo, just. Okay, thank you for doing that. It was a very bizarre thing to do. Thank you for agreeing to do that. Really appreciate it. Okay, I'll call the next. Oh, I know who the next person is. I'll call the next person. Then I'll come back, talk about Tare Zameen Par. Okay, are you guys ready? Excited? Yeah. Can we please have Sanju?
There are holes on the chair. Why? My thoughts are very absurd. So, I'm a poet, of course. तो कुछ सुनाऊंगा, फिर चला जाऊंगा. शेर है एक. थैंक यू. उसी का वेट कर रहा था. कि एक मशाल जलती रही रात भर, एक आरज़ू पलती रही रात भर. एक मशाल जलती रही रात भर, एक आरज़ू पलती रही रात भर. कि जीता तो है वो अपने खुदा को बचाकर, कि जीता तो है वो अपने खुदा को बचाकर. मंदिर के बाहर भिक्षा भी नकारता ये जानवर. थैंक यू फॉर दैट साइलेंस. मतलब समझा नहीं है, तुम लोगों ने चूज़ किया कि मेरे को ऑकवर्ड कर दे. नहीं समझा क्या? मैं बाद में समझाता हूँ. आई एम नाइस लाइक दैट. तो बॉलीवुड की बातें हो रही थी. सो देयर इज एन आर्टिस्ट जिससे बहुत इंस्पायर्ड रहा हूँ मैं. आई एम श्योर तुम भी रहे होगे. सरप्राइज रखूँगा मैं, अभी नहीं बताऊँगा. बट हिज आर्ट, हिज क्राफ्ट हैज़ पुट अस ऑल इन ऑ ब्रिलियंटली. बट वी हैव लॉस्ट हिम. टॉकिंग अबाउट इरफान खान. तो उनका जब इंतकाल हुआ था, तभी कुछ दिनों बाद मैंने देखा था कि बहुत अनएक्सपेक्टेड था ये. मतलब आई नो दैट ही वॉज सिक एंड स्टफ, पर इन द फील्ड ऑफ वॉट ही वॉज डूइंग, इट वॉज नॉट समथिंग दैट शुड हैव हैपेंड. तो उसके लिए लिखा था मैंने ये मदारी, a note to इरफान खान. आज शाम मुझे तेरी याद आई, निगाहों में तन्हाई सी छाई. मिले नहीं है हम फिर कैसा है ये गम. जैसे मैं जानता हूँ तुझे कई अरसों से. मेरी रूह में छुपा है तू, मेरी आहों में बसा है तू. मकबूल कहाँ मैं तेरे बिन. तेरी आँखों की बातें तो हर महफिल में होती है. तेरी आँखों की बातें तो हर महफिल में होती है. तू ना रहे ऐसी रातें, कबूल कहाँ हम काफिरों को. दो पल का अपनापन और उम्र भर की मायूसी. दो पल का अपनापन और उम्र भर की मायूसी. तेरी छोड़ी हुई राहों पर ही तो है मुसाफिरों की मदहोशी. चांद सी तेरी अदाओं ने तेरे हर इशारे में जादू समा लिया. गुमसुम रातों में भी तेरी मुस्कुराहट ने मेरी उदासी को पनाह दिया. जादू उन आहटों का हो या मेरी चाहतों का, तू जिंदा तो कहीं अरसों तक रहेगा मेरे ख्यालों में. फरिश्तों की तो क्या किस्मत खुल गई होगी कि तेरी रूह की तलब यहाँ छोड़ अपना लिया तुझे उन तारों के शहर में. जिंदा तो तू आज भी है हर कलाकार के ईमान में. जिंदा तो तू आज भी है हर कलाकार के ईमान में. तस्वीर तेरी देख कर ही आई जान मेरे जान में. मोहब्बत इबादत इनायत की कहानियाँ क्या लिखूँ. मोहब्बत इबादत इनायत की कहानियाँ क्या लिखूँ कि तेरी आँखों से तूने 100 कहानियाँ छोड़ दी है. ख्वाहिशों के कटोरे से एक ख्वाब छीन लूँ. ख्वाहिशों के कटोरे से एक ख्वाब छीन लूँ कि तुझे फिर छोड़ जाए हम रुखे इंसानों के पास. प्यार के किस्से में क्या लिखूँ. प्यार के किस्से में क्या लिखूँ. तू जो प्यार छोड़ गया वो मैं कहाँ ढूंढूँ कि प्यार की बातों में मैं तो करीब करीब सिंगल ही कहलाता हूँ. थैंक यू. अब कुछ छोटा मोटा सुनेंगे, ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है मेरे पास. सो ठीक है. अक्षर तो कहीं सारे हैं, बयान कितने होते हैं. अक्षर तो कहीं सारे हैं, बयान कितने होते हैं. लाशें बिखरे पड़े हैं, बताओ कब्र में कितने हैं. समझा ना. जिंदा भी लाश मरा हुआ भी लाश. खिलखिलाते चेहरे के पीछे तू भी तो है हताश. लिफाफे में बंद जिंदगी और लिफाफे के बाहर लिखा गलत पता. और तू ज़माने से पूछता क्यों हूँ मैं लापता. 20 सेकेंड्स लेट मी फिगर आउट. हाँ, ये है जो मैं बहुत शायर जब जुड़ते हैं तब मैं सुनाता हूँ कि फटे पुराने कागज़ों में ये कुछ ख्वाब छोड़ कर आए हैं, फटे पुराने कागज़ों में ये कुछ ख्वाब छोड़ कर आए हैं, अपनी माशुकाओं की आंखों से ये अपना राह मोड़ कर आए हैं। वो ज़माना कहता इनको शायर, वो ज़माना कहता इनको शायर, ये न जाने कितने दिलों को तोड़ कर आए हैं। प्लीज़ क्लैप फॉर योर होस्ट।
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Sanju. Really appreciate it. It's fun listening to you. I want to tune in, okay, and do a small announcement from Habitat side. We've started this new property. Maybe some of you must have heard or seen it or been a part of it. It's called Creative Block Party. Okay, we're trying to create a space. Thank you. We're trying to create a space where we can get performers to come, explore, experiment, and engage with the audience and try to create more material than they already have. And we've been doing a decent job, I guess. It's been like 5-6 months since we did this. We have 2 shows a month. All of them happen 3 floors from above here, at above the Habitat. And all of you can come in for free. You just have to RSVP in a form. We have a show on 30th, this coming Thursday. RSVP are all out. We have a new page called Creative Block Party. Please, please, please support it. Share it out with people. The link to the bio, to the RSVP form is in my bio and also in Creative Blog's bio. So you can find that. Please come, get your friends. We have a great lineup this 30th. I'm not trying to show off. We have a great lineup every time, but like this 30th is like, wow, right? So I'll be hosting that one too. And Sanju is going to be in that. If you guys have heard of Amandeep Singh, Heli Shah, Rutvik Deshpande, right? So we have one musician. We have around 8-9 performers and one musician. It's going to be a fun show. So I hope I really see you there, right? Okay.
Follow me.
And follow him.
What's the Instagram for Creative Block?
Creative Block Party. It's Creative BLOC. Okay, it's not block. It's I don't know how to even like. English is such a funny language. Blah. Okay, it's Creative Block Party. So it's so bad, dude. I have to market this further. I can't. Okay, so Creative Block Party. Block with a C. Creative Block Party. You can find it on Instagram. There's nothing else that you need to know about this. But please do share it with as many friends as you can. Even if you can't make it, please do share it with your friends. It'll be really good to have people. Plus, we're trying to again build a community of performers, of audiences that come. How many of your audiences today? Can you please raise your hand? Okay. Can we please clap for them? Thank you. Thank you. You guys came to support somebody? Okay. You both just came. No, I'm asking. No, I'm asking. Like, do you come to support someone specific? Because you both raised your hand and I didn't see any performer around you. So, is your friend anyone performing, or are you just literally here just to watch everyone? Okay, there is a friend. Okay. There is someone involved in this. Okay, fine. ठीक है. मैं ना नाम भूल गया. मैं नाम बुलाने वाला था. I'm trying to remember. Wait. The thing is, sometimes you read the thing and then a random name just pops up, right? Right now, I'm not even able to. Yeah, thanks. Can you pass me the? Oh, I got it. Sorry. You know, it was one of those things. I know it's right. It's a first-time performer, okay? It's a first-time performer. So everyone go mad. Can you please have Nandini? Yeah. Oh, honestly came for that. Yay, what a time.
रुक जाओ यार, मुझे ढूंढना तो उसके बाद टाइम चालू करना प्लीज. ऑलरेडी बहुत ठीक है. I'll just start. Hi, I'm Nandini and पहली बार बोल रही हूँ ये. Not like पहली बार. I'll not waste time. So I live alone. How many of you live alone? No one? Thank you. Anyway, so living alone gives you a lot of lessons like electrician के number, plumber के number और बाकी सारे काम करना. So as the title says, मैं अपना घर संभाल सकती हूँ, दिल नहीं. Okay, I just start. इत्तेफाक नहीं है ये कि मेरा काम उसी दिन देर तक होता है जब आधी रात तुम फ्री होते हो. इत्तेफाक नहीं है ये कि मेरा काम उसी दिन देर रात तक होता है जब आधी रात तुम फ्री होते हो. दूसरों को दिलासा देती हूँ या खुद को यकीन, पता नहीं. मैं अपना घर तो संभाल सकती हूँ, दिल नहीं. बिजली का बिल हर 15 तारीख को भरना हमेशा याद रहता है। बिजली का बिल हर 15 तारीख को भरना हमेशा याद रहता है, पर उसे इग्नोर करने का खुद से किया वो 126वां वादा ज़रूर भूल जाती हूँ। मोहब्बत के जो दायरे बिछाए थे हमने, अब नहीं पड़ता फ़र्क वो गलत है या सही। मैं अपना घर तो संभाल सकती हूँ, दिल नहीं। एडवाइसेस हो या हेल्प, लोगों के लिए काफ़ी सिलेक्टिव हूँ मैं। एडवाइसेस हो या हेल्प, लोगों के लिए काफ़ी सिलेक्टिव हूँ मैं, और अपने हर ब्रेक डाउन पर उसे स्नैपचैट की फीड से भी निकाल देती हूँ। पर जब भी इंडियन पहनूँ उसे एक स्नैप ज़रूर भेज देती हूँ। वैसे तो मुझ में बड़ी तहजीब है, पर उसके एक टोटा बोलने पे पिघल भी जाती हूँ। वो क्या है ना, मैं अपना दिल संभाल सकती हूँ, घर नहीं।
भावना पहुंच गई।
थैंक यू। 104 का बुखार होने पर भी माँ तबीयत ठीक नहीं है नहीं बोल पाती। 104 का बुखार होने पर भी माँ तबीयत ठीक है नहीं बोल पाती, पर उसके हे यू आप नॉट फीलिंग वेल के टेक्स्ट पर मेरा कॉल 30 सेकंड के अंदर ज़रूर चला जाता है। रात के 11 बजे के बाद तो मैं अपने रिश्तेदारों को भी घर में नहीं लेती। रात के 11 बजे के बाद तो मैं अपने रिश्तेदारों को भी घर में नहीं लेती, पर बीच रात वो कह दे आई एम कमिंग ओवर तो उसे मना भी नहीं कर पाती। संडे को अगर ऑफिस से कॉल आ जाए तो अवॉइड नहीं कर पाती, अब काम ज़रूरी हुआ तो। पर जब वो यूं ही मेरा नाम लेकर अपने काम में बिजी हो जाता है तो उस 2 मिनट की चुप्पी में 100 कहानियाँ बुन लेती हूँ। कुकिंग स्किल्स कुछ खास नहीं है मेरी, रोटियाँ तो बिल्कुल नहीं बनती, पर कोई पूछ तो ले उससे मेरे हाथ से बटर वाइट सॉस पास्ता खाया होगा ही। इस महीने गैस आई है तो बाकी का राशन अगले महीने ले आएंगे। डिमार्ट का वो सारा सामान तुरंत ऑन द स्पॉट कर लेती हूँ, पर ऑफिस के बाद आज 2 घंटे उसके घर पर चिल कर लेते हैं। इस चीज़ में मुझे कोई बुराई क्यों नहीं नज़र आ रही? अच्छा हाँ, मैं अपना घर संभाल सकती हूँ, दिल नहीं। घर में अंधेरा होने पर बल्ब भी मैं ही चेंज कर लेती हूँ। पर जब ऑफिस से लेट आते वक्त रास्ते में सेफ फील नहीं होता तो उसे एक कॉल भी नहीं कर पाती। वो क्या है ना, बर्डन नहीं बनना। देर रात सोसाइटी में वॉचमैन दिखे ना दिखे, पर उससे हैव यू रीच्ड की एक्सपेक्टेशन ज़रूर रख लेती हूँ। देर रात सोसाइटी में वॉचमैन दिखे ना दिखे, पर उससे हैव यू रीच्ड की एक्सपेक्टेशन ज़रूर रख लेती हूँ। कितना मुश्किल है ये समझना कि ही इज़ नॉट राइट फॉर यू। कितना मुश्किल है ये समझना कि ही इज़ नॉट राइट फॉर यू। सुबह 6 बजे उठकर जिम जाकर खाना बनाकर ऑफिस से आकर घर साफ करने से ज़्यादा तो नहीं, पर क्या करूँ, मैं अपना घर संभाल सकती हूँ, दिल नहीं।
I love it, dude. I love this non-verbal communication that we don't need to even talk, and I'm like, please do it, and you'll do it. That's nice. What are you saying?
I have a question for her.
Go ahead.
Was this about situationship? That's a situationship. She's in a relationship.
Wow. Thank you guys for extensively going out of your way to explain this concept to me. I still have questions. We'll go over them later. Thank you so much, and thank you guys so much. This whole middle row is suddenly like a whole. It's nice when a group of friends come. It's really nice, you know. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't deny it. It is the truth. There is no point. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anyone else who wants to say anything else within our 4 mark? You want to say something? Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to Tare Zameen Par, right? How many of you remember that scene in Tare Zameen Par when he bunked school? Crazy scene, right? Yeah, I hadn't seen Bombay. Right? I'm from Bangalore. I moved to Bombay 8 years back, but I saw Bombay in that whole sequence of shots. It was so beautifully shown, right? They showed nicer sides of Bombay, obviously. Yeah, they can't. Okay, fuck. I'm trying to do current affairs also in this. I shouldn't be doing. I was going to say that if they showed this whole sequence again right now, no road is good enough because every road में खड्डा है, लोग ने खोद दिया है तो फिर कुछ फायदा नहीं है. They can't make Bombay look so good also on camera when you have dirt coming out of the ground. So that scene really inspired me in Pump Makers. This is so cool, a scene. You've never seen, you may have heard of children not going to school or bunking school, but this is the first time you're visually seeing what it would be like if they did, especially in a city like Bombay. And, that scene goes on. It's such a nice, good feel scene, right? And then he reaches home. Then he tells his parents. Because parents are like, always be honest. And then they ask him. And then he be honest. And then they belt him. Okay? Nothing good came out of that. But I really enjoyed the scene till he comes home and then that whole, chaotic fight. A very similar thing happened with me in school, right? I was in grade 3. I'm still this kid. Okay? And I went to an all-boys school. Yeah? Give sympathy. Come on. Little bit. At least something. Yeah. What is this? Exactly, but give sympathy. Don't give cheer. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, exactly. Sensitive word. Okay. Not now. Okay, cool. I was going to say logo pick or dent. Okay. So, I went to an all-boys school, right? Anyone here been to an all-boys school?
No.
How was the experience?
Same, like,
Yeah, very bad. It wasn't good. Okay. I asked this guy 1 week and he said heavenly. Heavenly. Huh? I don't know. That all I didn't ask only. Heavenly, I was like, what? Heavenly? What? And okay. No, I think today it become controversial. Okay. I was going to say, so I went to an all-boys school, right? I went to an all-boys school and I was very scared and the thing is, Scholastic used to come to my school, right? Anyone remember Scholastic? Yeah, so Scholastic used to be this really cool place where they used to have really cool books that you could never afford. But every year that they came to my classroom, I would use my rough notebook to write rates like I'm a books dealer. And then I would go home and then I would have a UN meeting with my parents trying to explain to them. Like, it's almost like a half Shark Tank, half Shark Tank. To explain that, I need to buy these books and, they're lovely, amazing. They're really fun parents, okay, my parents. But they liked saying no when I was younger, a lot more than they do now. So they were like, no, it's not convinced enough. Why do you need? You already have books, right? Their understanding was that books already have. I'm like, what? Notebooks? And yeah, why do I need this? They're like, नहीं तो अभी पढ़ाई पे focus कर, ठीक है, वो नहीं हो रहा. So Scholastic came to class. I'm very excited. I'm doing my rate card. ठीक है, मैं वहाँ पे जाके सब बुक देख रहा हूँ, सबको पूछ रहा हूँ भैया कितने का है सब लिख के रखा हूँ. And I've also listed 3 from that, right? Because you need to know budget, you need to know where you have to fight your cards. So I was like, I'll play it well. So I took 2 books and I was like, fine. Now only thinking about this, okay? Only thinking about how to pitch to these sharks that I call parents. So I'm in class, right? And every Wednesday, 3rd grade, we would have 3rd language, which is Kannada and Sanskrit. We had to exchange the classrooms, right? People in this class who were learning Kannada would go to the next class and people learning Sanskrit go in this class and then the teachers would go and teach and then you can go home. My school was a very big school. It was a very huge school in Bangalore. And you would know if there is a break, you would know if kids are going to home, you would know if there's chutti, you would know because it's so big and there's so many kids all the time. Now last period, I'm supposed to get out of my class, wear my bag, go to the next class, right? But all I could think about was Scholastic books, right? And the feel of it and the color. And I really wanted Magic School Bus books. I really wanted to learn more about them. So we are in class and we get out, like we start leaving out. Now, I don't know how zoned out I was or what happened. I just walked out of the class. I was supposed to go to the next class. I just kept walking straight, right? मैं सब बैग पकड़ के straight चल रहा हूँ, not realizing that there is nobody around me, right? Till I reach the gate. Now the gates are shut. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm the first person there. So cool, right? Like I made it first in the whole school. It's a huge school. First person standing at the gate. Wow. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5, 7, 10. Now I'm freaking out. Now I'm like, yo, I can't see anybody here, right? I didn't have a watch. I didn't understand any of these things. I was very young. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait here. I put my bag in the side and I waited. I could see 3 senior kids coming out of the hostel ka canteen, right? And I can see them coming. Now I'm this. So I'm like, don't come. Please don't come. please don't come talk to me. Please, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know who you are. Why are you walking towards me? Oh shit, you're walking towards me. Oh no, 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 no. And they came to me and they're like, what's your name? What happened? And I'm just like, and they're like, what are you doing here? It's this much clock. It's this much time. People have not even come for home. What are you doing here? And I was just like, right? And then they're like, did you bunk school? You bunked school, right? You bunked school. I started crying because I love crying, guys. Okay, there's something you should know about me. I love crying. And when I was younger, I didn't have control, right? Now at least I have control कि चल मैं 10 मिनट बाद रो लूँगा. उस टाइम पे कंट्रोल भी नहीं था तो किसी ने ऐसा बोल दिया मैं रोने लग गया ठीक है आई वाज लाइक मस्त एंड देन दे आर टेलिंग मी प्रिंसिपल टीचर ये वो मेरे को दोनों लड़के होल्डिंग बोथ माय हैंड्स बोथ टेकिंग मी ओके आई एम सो स्कैर्ड आई एम लाइक नहीं यार नहीं शिट आई विल बी आउट ऑफ स्कूल एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट आई एम वेरी स्कैर्ड ऑलरेडी एंड मोर देन बीइंग आउट ऑफ स्कूल आई वाज स्कैर्ड आई हैव टू इंटरैक्ट with a higher authority like a principal or a teacher. I'm already scared with like these seniors that I don't know. So I go, right? Luckily, principal wasn't in school, so they took me to my teacher. I swear to God, my teacher's name was P.T. Usha. I swear to God, grade 2, grade 3, she was the best teacher I ever had. The only concern was she used to teach very fast, but like that's fine. It's not that big a concern, right?
She's P.T. Usha.
Yeah, so yeah. So she was really good and nice, right? So now I'm crying and these kids have come and these seniors have come and they're like, ma'am, he did this, he bunked, he did that, he did this. And I'm just standing there saying, okay, like crying already about Scholastic also. Because I was so sad in my head. I was like, my mom and dad are also going to say no to this. I also bunk, like I don't understand, right? So now my teacher comes, P.T. Usha. She's like, okay, you guys leave. Those guys left. I'm just standing there crying. She gives me water. She's like, what happened? And I'm just like, well, yeah. And she's like, 1 second. Have water, breathe. It's okay. It's completely fine. I was breathing. She had me. She's like, what happened? And I learned Scholastic came and then I was writing books and then I put it in my bag and then I was like, she's like, okay. I clearly understood she didn't understand what I was saying. But she's nice enough to be like, okay, yeah, oh yeah, and then? Oh, really? And then? So I was just like, yeah. And then I went and stood near the gate and she's like, okay, then what happened? Ma'am, I don't know, these seniors came and she's like, and I was like, and? I don't know the meaning of bunk. And I started crying, right? And she just stood there. She looked at me and she's like, what? And I was like, so she's like, you're crying because you don't know the meaning of bunk? I was like, yeah, ma'am. For like 2 minutes, they kept saying bunk, 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 bunk. I thought I did something wrong. I'm really sorry, ma'am. Don't kick me out of school. And she just looks at me. She smiles. She holds me. She hugs me. And she's like, it's okay, right? And then she's like, listen, bunking means when you're supposed to attend a class and you didn't attend a class, right? Did you attend the class? I was like, no, ma'am, I did. I'm really sorry. She's like, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. You bunked, it's fine, right? Next time if you have a problem, come and talk to me, right? It's okay. It's completely fine. Don't worry about these seniors. They're just joking with you. And I was like, joking? She's like, yeah, about principal and all. They were just trying to like, threaten you. I didn't even know the meaning of word threaten then. I was like, yeah, ma'am, okay, thank you so much. And then she sent me home and she never told my parents, right? She was one of the best teachers I had in my life. And that really impacted me a lot because एक तो matter घर पे खत्म हो गया, ठीक है? In my head, I was wondering if it would go like Tare Zameen Par. Go home and tell my parents the truth and then gone, right? But it didn't happen. And that was the first ever time I bunked in my life, right? 3rd grade was the first ever time I bunked in my life. And it was one of the best experiences I had. Because I technically didn't bunk. I was in school itself and no one let me go home. But it was a really fun experience. But yeah, that's the first thing that I related to when I saw this. Because I was like, and it also reminded me that this happened. I kind of forgot, how like motions of life, school, suppression, whatever. So it randomly came to me that, oh, fuck, even I bunked in like 3rd grade. The next time I bunked was in 8th grade, but that was a different story and a different time, and it doesn't relate to my plot of Tare Zameen Par, so I can't really go ahead with this. I'm just telling you the process for some reason, I don't know why. Cool. I'll call the next person. I have, again, not able to remember. Wait. Nandini was there. उसके बाद एक स्टार था, ठीक है, फर्स्ट टाइम परफॉर्मर के लिए. आज मेरे को पता ना, मेरे को लिस्ट. After Nandini, shit man, I was almost there. Thank you so much. Oh, cool. Now I got it. Okay. He's also a first-time performer. Okay, so I want all of you guys together start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. Hey, everyone together! Can we please have Nipun? Keep clapping till he comes here.
Alright. My name is Nipun, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna start with my recitation. So the poem is called ना मिली. सारी रात करवट बदलते रहे, नींद की करवट ना मिली. सूरज तो निकला दिन में, उम्मीद की किरण ना मिली. मिलने वाले मिलते रहे, परछाई भी हमें ना मिली. हमदर्द है इस दर्द में, साथ की हकीकत ना मिली. कौन है किसका सवाल रहा, जवाब की राह ना मिली. ना मिलना था वो ना मिले, हमारी बात हद तक क्यों ना मिली. आखिर है ये यूँ रहना, जिंदगी ना मिली सो ना मिली. And this other piece has no title, so I'll just start. So I was happy for once, and that's when I took a second to think. Didn't care about the inordinate tax. All the shouting heard was melody, and I had another picture. Funny, but I picked cell phones from the cigarette counter, unclaimed, like my glass at the bar. Our song was now 10th on the karaoke line, and still finding familiar faces, I barely recognized mine. All the longing was back, and I realized it was that second. Nobody here to cheer for, no soul sharing miseries I hold, and in that second I vowed. Next, before I take a second and think, rather drink, drag, snort, or prop. Desolation is not a scene to play, there is no audience, nothing to applaud. All that alcohol failed me again, except I slept that night. Dreamt of a girl I'm yet to meet, or never if I tried. Barely comprehending. Sartre is the last I remember. Also, the World Cup went my way. And last thought before another dreadful night. Maybe next is that song of mine. And that maybe happy are those who turn blind eye to this second, somehow always mine. Thank you. And now, yeah, this is the last poem. मजाक बना ज़िंदगी का तो ज़िंदगी मजाक बना ली. फरेब ही फरेब नसीब हुए, कमबख्त आंखें भी थका दी. इकलौता मेरा नाम भी ना रहने दिया, भली खूब तेरी यारी भी. भूले उन्हें जो लौटे नहीं, और जो लौटे कोई तू सलामतें मांगे कहीं. उम्मीद थी कि कभी तो तुझे तू भी मिले, एक मूरत तू भी देखे, एक दुआ तेरी भी खाली जाए. हो बादलों में पानी सारा, एक बूंद भी तू तरस जाए. क्यों ना एक पल तेरा भी जी घबराए, काश तेरी एक यही कला सालों साल ना सीख पाए. बस इन पन्नों में कहाँ इतराओगी, यहाँ कहाँ दो गली छोड़ शाम को जाओगी. ना नींद ले पाओगी, ना ख्वाब बेच पाओगी, महज कुछ शब्द में बयां की जाओगी. और मैं कब तुम्हें माफ़ करने लगा, बस नफ़रत ना हुई ये मलाल है. हिस्सा है लेकिन तू आज भी मेरी कहानियों का, कोई कविता कहाँ तेरे नाम है. थैंक यू.
Thank you. One more time. No. Thank you. Thank you so much. How many of you still get emotional when you listen to the song Ma in Tare Zameen Par? Yeah. Man, it is what it is. It's so well made that even today it's like, no. Like bad crying. It's not even good looking crying. It's bad crying. It's like the worst crying, So I could imagine a face and that made me laugh. So I studied in Bangalore, right? I graduated in Bangalore, and I really honestly couldn't wait to leave because I was like, it's time. I need to get out. And Bombay always seemed like a very exciting place to be in. Give me a cheer if you're not from Bombay. Okay, some of you. Okay. Maybe if we start talking, we'll realize the kind of similarities we felt, kind of shock we felt when we came to the city. It's very exciting to be here, honestly, even after 8 years. So I started working in this organization called Teach for India, right? Any of you heard of it?
Yes.
So Teach for India is an NGO, where basically there are people like me who they hire and they train us for about 6 weeks, and then we go into classrooms and we teach kids. And I used to teach grade 2 and 3 in a school called Siddharth Nagar Municipal School in Goregaon West, right? My introduction to Bombay and all of that when I came to work here. So before that, the 6 weeks training, I was in Pune to train, and my graduation was in between that. I did my BBA from Christ, and it was okay. Like Christ was good because the extracurricular got me on stage, but studies wise, ठीक है मतलब BBA क्या ही था. We got BBM degree technically. I joined for BBM degree, but Time magazine would give Christ College #1 college for BBM. But most colleges in India would recognize BBA. So guess what my college did? They were like, we won't stand our ground. They could have done that. They would be like, no, we'll be BBM. They changed our course midway. When I was in second year, we were suddenly BBA. Because Time magazine mein pehla aana tha. Anyways, so, right, I'm doing this. So now I've gone back home for graduation. 3 days. It's a in and out process. I need to come into Bangalore, stay a day. The next day do the graduation, the next day leave back for Pune and then continue training and then start this new life in Bombay. It was really cool because we went to graduation, my parents came, it was really fun graduation, proper college का graduation कैसा होता है वैसे किया था, बहुत मजा आया था. Then we all went for dinner, it was fun, it was nice. Next day, my parents thought it'll be nice to come drop me to the airport because if all of you know one thing about Bangalore, it's that the airport is outside the city, okay? So it takes time to travel. So they were like, come, we'll drop you. So as we were going, for some reason, my mom felt very emotional, like even more than usual, right? So she started talking about college and being like, dude, like, you just joined college and like it's been 2 years, 3 years, and now 3 years down here you are. Then she went back from starting of time. She was like, you went to school here, you went to college here, you've reached this age. And you're finally graduating, you've grown up and time has passed and, you were just like a kid and now you're like this tall ass human being, starting your first job, moving cities, doing this fucking adult life. And in that moment, I was feeling emotional too. I was, but half of my mom. So I was just like, yeah, mom. I was in a more reminiscing space. She was in a more like, oh my God, like time has really passed and, shit is... kids have grown up. तो ये हो गया. अब मुझे लग रहा है कि okay, like I met them. It was emotional already that I met them. I was like, okay, I'll go. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm feeling okay, right? I sit in the flight. They give me like an emergency, the seats in the emergency exit. Not emergency exit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So they give me the seat there. And I was by myself. And I looked out the window. And at that point, I would listen to this song on Coke Studio called Ladki, okay? I know, right? It still gives me goosebumps now also. That song is like, it's the same impact as Ma, dude. It gives you the same impact as Ma, especially, except they're talking about someone growing up. And I didn't realize then. I would listen to that song while we had this conversation. Then I sat in the flight, I was by myself, and I was like, chal, gaane sunte. The minute the first beat hit, I cried so bad. And I'm looking out of the window and I'm like, Ma, I don't want to graduate. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to be this person. And it was one of the most heartwarming moments of my life in that middle of the sky, just to be like, fuck. And every word that she said for the 1.5 hours that I traveled from Bangalore to Bombay, every image came in front of my head, whether I went to school, things I did, moments we've had, and how important it could be for her. Because I still can't empathize, I'm not a parent. But I still just never understood what she meant by that until I was on the flight and I left and I realized that hollow feeling that you have of feeling incomplete without this. And that song always reminds me of that moment in my life that my mom reminded me that I've grown up and I am a different entity now of my own and I get to go choose and live in the world the way I want to. And I'm very grateful for my parents, honestly, for them to be able to give me the space to send me out and do all this. It's not easy, but they did. Because every time I would tell my dad I want to go to Bombay, he's like, no. I'm like, why? It's bad. It's bad. I was like, what happened? He's like, you go there, you'll get ruined. I was like, relax, dude. And then we had a deal. I told him I'll finish college and go to Bombay, and he's like, cool. But that day, it never goes away. Like, I still feel goosebumps every time I think of that moment. Because it was such a beautiful... I'm glad no one sat next to me. Because that ugly crying would have just made someone uncomfortable in the flight. Cool, okay. Now I'm going to call the next performer. First time performer, okay? First time performer, yeah? Can you please have Shubham? Please keep clapping until he comes on stage.
Hi guys, I'm performing for the first time. Is it okay? Yeah. I'll start with one small piece. कि मैं वो गुलाब हूँ जो किताबों के पन्नों में बंद है हमारे अधूरे इश्क की तरह. So I'll set a small context before this piece. I was living alone in Mumbai when I shifted here, and alone means completely alone. There was no one with me. I started hearing a couple of voices continuously within the flat, and then the voices become really familiar. So it's a note to that particular voice. I'm not naming it. तू कौन है? तू क्यों है? तू एक नशा है? तू एक जुनून है? तू ना होके भी मेरे पास है, तू अजनबी होके भी खास है. दिन में तू, रातों में तू है, मेरी हर बातों में तू है. धूप में तू, बारिश में तू है, मेरी हर ख्वाहिश में तू है. नींद में तू, सपनों में तू है, अब मेरे अपनों में तू है. तू सच है या फिर झूठ है, तू एक बंधन है जो अटूट है. तेरी खामोशी अक्सर चीखा करती है. तेरी खामोशी अक्सर चीखा करती है और तेरी परछाई अक्सर पीछा करती है. तेरी बातें मुझे सब कुछ भुला देती हैं, तेरी यादें मुझे अक्सर रुला देती हैं. तू मेरा भ्रम है या मेरी आवाज़ है, तू मेरी कल्पना है या मेरी अरदास है. तेरी मेरे साथ होने की कोई वजह तो होगी, तुझे ढूंढ सकूं ऐसी कोई जगह तो होगी. मैं जानता हूँ तू मेरे मन मेरे ख्यालों में है, पर तू मेरे हर जवाब और हर सवालों में है. अब तेरे होने की आदत सी हो गई है, तू मेरे लिए अब एक इबादत सी हो गई है. अब तुझे मैं अपना मानता हूँ, अब तुझे मैं अपना मानता हूँ. तेरा वजूद नहीं है ये भी जानता हूँ. ये जो यादें हैं ये सब तेरी हैं, और तू जैसी भी है सिर्फ मेरी है. अब तेरी बातें मुझे हंसाती हैं, अब तेरी बातें मुझे हंसाती हैं, अपनी शरारतों से सताती हैं. ऐसे ही आकर यूं ही सताती रहना, और ना भी आ सके तो याद आती रहना.
One more time. Cool. Call the next person and then we'll come back and talk, yeah? Can we please have Nawaz? Hey, everyone together, come on. Yeah.
Hi. Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing great. I would like to give a quick shout out to my sir who is here with me. So he taught me physics in 10th grade and he's still here with me today. Thank you so much for coming. As 10th grade progressed, okay, there were certain things that were still constant with me, and I like to identify myself with those 4 things. Those are basically poetry, law, my love for chai, and my love for the city that I live in. And today's piece is very short, but it is an ode to what I like to call my Bombay, but people call it as Mumbai. But you know, sometimes it happens that I ask people कि आप कहाँ से हो, और मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि यार तुम दिल्ली से लग रहे हो, यार तुम अमृतसर से हो, तुम नहीं, आप किधर से हो? बॉम्बे. हो किधर से? नहीं, बॉम्बे. लाइक नहीं, ओरिजिनली कहाँ से हो? बॉम्बे. So this is an ode to the city that is home to a lot of people, but nobody actually belongs here. So it's called Mumbai and Bombay. You could call me a myth or you can call me a mystery. Either way, you will call me out of habit. A mesmerizing view of royal blue, tinted with hints of grey and emerald green, from the filthiest of the slums to the tallest of the buildings. It will never stop haunting you. You may do as you please, but it has its own ways. The butterfly effect is what they call it. It consumes you, it becomes you. You get comfortable with the gazes and the stares that come your way, with your heart racing to the rising fares. It isn't fair, you know. But you know what? Bombay doesn't care. When you look deep within, you will find the paradoxical plays being played at Prithvi, taking their existence off stage into a crowded Virar look. Your existence is tainted with the true colors of the city, love for hard work and the lust for the free. It takes shapes with the aftermath of that Virar local and soothes itself with K. Rustam's ice cream at Marine Drive. It's raw and it's rustic. It runs on its own time where a minute is 56 seconds and home is a word to use to address your hometown. That's the thing about me, Bombay. When you say you're from Bombay, you're living in Mumbai. Even once you are done with this conversation, notice the next time somebody else asks you where you are actually from. And you'll say Bombay and they will deny. Bombay is the emotion that Mumbai is home to where everyone just comes, no one really belongs. The subconscious consciousness vanishes and the stranger is left alone with the sense of awakening, ready to experience what it already knows. Train to Borivali on Borivali platform number 4. Rush, you only have 54 seconds. So this was my first piece. I think I have time. So it's a short piece that I had written when I was asked, if you were a preacher, what would you preach? So I said I would preach to the congregation only one thing, thou shalt forever write. So it's something on those lines. I preach to the congregation, let there be joy, let there be sorrow. Cometh the day and the night sky, thou shalt never turn its back to the pen. The ink for your pen shall never run dry. Write about the misery and the pain, the loss of the departed. Write his touch, her last words of love, her agony. Write so that you can importance your love for your personal angels. Write about the pains of being alone and the joys of being celebrated. Write about the biggest of the ironies, the love of the celibate and the prayers of the atheist. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please. Anyone over here worked in any capacity with kids of any sort? Yeah, what was it?
I was a volunteer with UNICEF. We
Okay.
basically have to go over there and teach them the importance of personal hygiene and teach them English.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Great. Anyone else? Oh, wow. Okay. There was no hands, and then once she said there were 3 hands in unison. Okay. Yes.
I was a volunteer with Greenpeace and I used to go to schools and teach them how to take care of the environment and how to be responsible citizens.
Damn, personal hygiene, environment. Okay, what else we got on the agenda? Yes, sir.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah. She established very well that you are a teacher. You're still a teacher, right?
Yeah.
What kind of...
I teach secondary and higher secondary.
Okay. Physics itself.
Physics and commercial studies.
Okay. Cool. Who else was there? Yeah.
I used to volunteer with Save the Children in India.
Okay. Was it also similarly like teaching, or was it just...
We used to actually have fun activities with them.
Okay.
I used to go 3 times a week and just play sports with them.
Okay.
Have a good time after their school got over.
Yeah.
And just spend about a year with them 3 times a week.
Nice. Fun.
Same thing with people diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia.
Okay. The kids specifically you're saying?
Yeah, just have fun time with them so that they stay focused to one thing.
Yeah.
That's the big objective of it.
Yeah.
Not distracted with it.
Yeah.
So plan activities that will help them be focused on a particular thing.
Nice. Okay. That's nice. Sounds great. I did all of these things, plus become a parent for 2 years, just when I graduated from college. I was not ready to become a parent. But I was teaching about 72, I want to say, somewhere around 68, 70, 72 kids in 2 classrooms, over 2 classrooms. We were 2 teachers teaching 2 classrooms, grade 2 and grade 3. You guys know how tall I am, right? Their faces were at my ghutna. Like, if they stood near me and looked up like this, it's like me looking up at a tall building. It's like that. It's like, okay, what are you looking for? Where are you looking? Like, right? So it was interesting because I learned early on that kids can sense bullshit, right? They really understand when you're putting on a mask and when you're being yourself. Because they could clearly distinguish. We had a lot of volunteers also, who had come. Some volunteers came because they wanted to volunteer. Some volunteers came because the college wanted them to have 60 hours in social service. So they were like, "मेरे को certificate चाहिए, तो मैं आ रही हूँ, ठीक है?" And I would be very strict in saying, "Listen, if you're coming here, you come for the 60 hours, but 60 hours at least be attentive and fun and help us out in some way because these kids need help. Now, background of these kids. In Bombay, there are clusters. Teach friend used to call them clusters. Goregaon is one cluster, Dharavi is one cluster, Malad is one cluster. Or Goregaon, Malad is one cluster and things like that. So I used to teach in Goregaon West. It was a more quiet area. But the kids used to live in communities with different kinds of people around. And all of these kids came from very low income backgrounds. They had opportunities, but they just, and also in financial sense, it was like they were making enough money to not have anything left, basically. They were able to take care of their expense and not have anything else saved. But again, they were the most giving people I've met in my entire life. So first few days in school, class, right, you have to be yourself. If you try to put on a mask and you try to show them that, oh, I'm your teacher, right, look at me, I'm going to do this, they'll be like, leave. And they won't respect you. And if they don't respect you, then there's going to be a lot of noise in your ear. You won't listen to sounds, you listen to noise around kids. Because be like, why are they shouting? Why are they talking? I don't understand. Because they're consciously doing this because they've understood that you're playing a game with them. But if you're being honest, and if you're just going to be like, I'm here, right? You talk, I'll listen. I talk, you listen, we'll figure it out. They'll be like, cool, okay, tell us something. We'll judge it over a period of time. And for me, luckily, it worked out. I walked in knowing that 2 years I'm going to spend with you. So I'm not going to try to be cool or be like, oh, I'm the higher authority or things like that. I'm going to let you be you. Also, I knew I could be around kids. I didn't know if I could teach them. I knew I could learn from them. I knew I could talk to them. I didn't know if I could teach them something. There was a little bit of imposter feeling in me saying, am I going to give someone else knowledge? Like, I need to learn so much, right? But it was a very give and take. And these kids were a lot of fun because for 2 years, my problems were classroom problems. They were not real world problems in that way. And for those 4 hours or 5 hours, when I would go inside class, I would forget everything else. Right? And again, going back to Tare Zameen Par, I feel like I started being the student. I started my life and the movie also by being the student. And then my experiences flipped when I became a teacher because one, my empathy for my own teachers went high. Because I was like, man, we were assholes, dude. We should have been better people. So empathy for teachers go high already. And then second, my understanding of this whole process of what goes through behind doing this. Because when I saw slow learners in my class, I was like, that was me 10, 12 years back, right? And we did have slow learners because government has this rule that if you're a certain age, you get to go to that grade. It doesn't matter if you've studied a grade below that or a grade below that. Doesn't matter where you came from. So my kids would come from, some of them would join the school. They would go to a village, then they would shift out of a village and come to Bombay and then move into the school. So a lot of my kids didn't study grade 1, grade 2, for example. They were 6 years, they were put into grade 3. And they were very slow learners. And there were all kinds of kids again in the classroom. But it was a really fun experience. I'll come back and tell you more. We have 3 more performers. That's it, guys. 3 more. I know. 3 more. Anyone has any big Sunday plans? Sure. I'll get to that. Sunday plans. What plans?
John Wick.
Okay.
Dulali.
Nice. You said one movie, one location. Okay. That's good. That's nice. No one else? Is this peak of the No, I'm saying this. It's poetry the peak for everyone, like today. Writing. Okay. अच्छा और भी plans. Okay guys, before I move forward, I also want to make another very very small announcement for a friend. There's a poet named Kajal Advani, and she's going to be performing her solo show today in the evening at Cat Cafe Studio in Warsaw. The show is at 7 o'clock. I'm going to be hosting it, and she's doing 1 hour of poems. Yeah, and if you are interested, free. We would really urge you to come. It's a very big initiative, and I've done 1 hour. I've done it a couple of times last year, where I've been 1 hour on stage and I've done stories. But it takes a lot to do even 4 minutes of it, right? So it would mean a lot if all of you did show up. If you are in and around Warsaw, or if you're free this evening. Now that you can't say you have plans now, except both of them. None of you can say you have plans. Huh? You guys all denied categorically, saying this is the highlight. So I'm giving you something more to cherish on. If you feel like, and if you can, also, if you know any friends who are free and are near Warsaw or Andheri, please send them. I think it will be great to do this. Good for the community, good for all artists. It'll be nice to have that many people cheer her on while she does this. Cool. Three more people. That's it. Okay. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. Start clapping. A little more. Can we please have Achal? Oh, thank you. Achal. What happened, guys?
So, hi guys, I am Achal. Reading from phone from after a very long time, क्योंकि डायरी में लिखा नहीं था. तो हम सब ने ना कभी अपने क्रश को बहुत ज़्यादा रोमांटिसाइज़ किया है, तो उसी पर मैंने पहले लिखा था जिसका शीर्षक है बाद में बताऊंगा. तो ये बॉयज़ के पर्सपेक्टिव से लिखा है, मेरे पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं लिखा है. तो बाद में बताऊंगा. ओ मेरे चैनो करार, कभी वक्त मिल जाए तो मेरे ख्यालों में होकर जाना. ओ मेरे चैनो करार, कभी वक्त मिल जाए तो मेरे ख्यालों में होकर जाना. उस पहली मुलाकात के किस्से 1000 सुनाऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. किसी दिन जो ओस की बूंदें तुम्हारे चेहरे को छू ले, किसी दिन जो ओस की बूंदें तुम्हारे चेहरे को छू ले, तो मैं उस ओस का एहसास बन जाऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. कहने को तो कई अनकहे अल्फाज थे, कहने को तो कई अनकहे अल्फाज थे, पर मुझे कहाँ पता था तेरे रूबरू आते ही मैं बेज़बान हो जाऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. पता ही ना चला कब अनजान से जान तक का सफ़र इन नादान से ख्यालों ने तय कर लिया. पता ही ना चला कब अनजान से जान तक का सफ़र इन नादान से ख्यालों ने तय कर लिया. सोचा ही ना था जो मेरे मुरीद हुआ करते थे एक ज़माने में. सोचा ही ना था जो मेरे मुरीद हुआ करते थे एक ज़माने में, कभी मैं उनका मुरीद हो जाऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊंगा. अब हर गुफ्तगू जज्बात बयां करती है, अब हर गुफ्तगू जज्बात बयां करती है. इंतज़ार करती है कि कब मैं तुम्हारा ख्याल बनकर तुम्हारे सपनों में आऊँगा. ना जाने कब मैं तुम्हारी तरह तुम्हारे ख्वाब सजाऊँगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊँगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊँगा. यकीन है एक दिन तुम्हें भी मोहब्बत होगी मुझसे. यकीन है एक दिन तुम्हें भी मोहब्बत होगी मुझसे. तब शायद मुझे ये कहने का हक़ होगा कि दिल की गहराई से याद करो, मैं तुम्हारी नज़रों के सामने आ जाऊँगा. दिल की गहराई से याद करो, मैं तुम्हारी नज़रों के सामने आ जाऊँगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊँगा. कितना चाहता हूँ मैं ये तुम्हें, ये बाद में बताऊँगा. और इसी पोएम से जुड़ा एक ख्याल ऐसा है कि एक नज़र में तुमको बसा बैठे हैं. एक नज़र में तुमको बसा बैठे हैं, उस नज़र से दुनिया को छुपा बैठे हैं. कुछ हकीकतों से वाकिफ़ तो कुछ राज इस दुनिया से छुपा बैठे हैं. ज़रा सा इश्क है करने को, ज़रा सा इश्क है करने को, जो तुम पर लुटा बैठे हैं, जो तुम पर लुटा बैठे हैं. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. 2 more people, but I'll continue. This is a little sensitive or serious. I don't know how to say it, okay? And usually when I talk about like mental health or anything, I feel like people, suddenly the room just becomes hush, like, oh shit, okay. Should we talk about this or not? So I think I was going through a very sad phase when I was teaching, right? I was going through a very intensive sad phase, not one of those like, I'm sad, by evening I'll be okay. It was one of those like, I don't feel okay. It's long periods of sadness. And I, like every other normal human being, I self-diagnosed because who's going to do all this. And I didn't know at that point how bad it is to like look up Google and look for symptoms and be like, I'm this. And then 2 minutes later, like, no, I'm that also. Oh, that also. And then you're like, oh. And only after going to therapy, I realized that, you need to have 9 symptoms matching for you to like agree to it. You can't just be like, do cheese. Oh yeah, it's there. So I was in a very intense side phase, right? So I tried considering therapy, but I was not sure if I want to. And this was my first year of teaching, right? And this is where I was telling you that kids can see your mask when you're trying to be a different person. Because every day I had to convince myself to get up of bed and be like, I need to go do this. Once I was in school, I was okay. Once I heard the sound, I was like, okay, this is my normal routine. I'm going to do this. But it was very difficult on some days to even get up and be like, I don't have the motivation to go and do this. So one of the days in lunch, I was doing my usual thing, and the teachers and us and volunteers were eating, and kids were doing their own playing and all of that. And 3 of these kids came to me and they looked at me and said, sir, why are you sad? Right? I was like, I'm not sad. Okay. I was being defensive, but in a very cute way. Okay. I was like, I'm not sad. Look at me. I'm trying so hard to convince them that I'm not sad. And they're like, are you sure, sir? I said, yeah, I'm sure. Why? What happened? Like, no, sir, you look really sad. Right? And that really because all these days I was like, I can pretend. Okay. If I can show adults I'm good. Right? They don't need to show concern for me. I can do that to kids. What are kids? Right? But kids actually do observe these things. They observe my body language for that day. And that day I was very low. I was one of my lowest days in that period. And they did a huge favor by checking up on me and convincing me, saying, no, something is up. Like, you really need to do this, right? That was one of the greatest things that happened, apart from the fact that I learned a lot from them. But the best time we had was after lunch. For them, not for me. Because after lunch, it was like a sabha. It was like a debate where there'll be 2 rows of kids sitting. And then as soon as I enter class after lunch, one person stands and said, usne mera bottle liya. Another person says, usne mera crayon liya. Another person. So there is full sabha. That after point, I started enjoying. So every day after lunch, 30 minutes, we used to have a debating thing, right? Where you stand up and say, okay, what your problem is? Your problem is with him? Okay. You stand up and tell now what your problem is. Your problem is with that person? Okay. And they would fight about bizarre things like eraser. It was beautiful. I wish our problems were like this, right? They were fighting. So cute, right? Sir, मैं लेके आया था pink eraser आज. मैं भी लेके आया था pink eraser आज. I'm like, okay, how do I solve this? I can't cut the eraser into 2 halves and give it to them. That's not the best example, because they'll start expecting that for everything. So then 2 of them, then 2 other people will be like, usne meko mara, isne meko mara. The worst part was 2 best friends, okay, in lunch break want to play. One guy is like, मेरे को उसके साथ खेलना है, one guy is like, मेरे को उसके साथ खेलना है, but साथ में खेलना है. Both are not agreeing. I know, right? Both are not agreeing. तो लड़ाई करते हो लोग. ठीक है, इसने इसको मारा, इसने इसको मारा. एक रोते हुए आया ऐसे लंच के, मैं खा रहा हूँ, ठीक है, रोज का ही है. मैं खा रहा हूँ को ऐसे करके आ रहा है, ठीक है. And I'm like, okay, what happened? And it's all fake. A lot of it is fake. Unless they've really fallen down or got hurt. It's like, इसने मारा and he's like, sir मार दिया उसने. I was like, क्या हुआ? And his face like this, right? Sir मार दिया. कुछ नहीं. And then he just runs away, right? So these kids are all mischievous kids. Then sometimes the same 2 best friends will fight and come in class saying, इसने मेरे को मारा, इसने मेरे को मारा, इसने मेरे को मारा. I solve everything for them. They go to play. And after lunch break, they sit next to each other, holding hands and like writing in their notes and like disturbing other kids together. And I'm like, what is wrong? How did you guys just like not? And there have been scenarios in lunch where they're like, sir, मेरा दोस्त ने ये है, ठीक है, मेरे को आके बोल रहा है. I'm like, okay, ठीक है, कर ऐसा मत कर रहा है. Friends you guys are. नहीं sir, नहीं बात करना मेरे को इससे. And then literally 20 minutes later, they both are like laughing at something together because their thing is like a goldfish, dude. They don't remember. इसने मेरे को आधे घंटे में मारा था, मैं complain कर रहा था. Now we both are besties. Like it's that simple to convince them about anything. And so I love doing these sabhas because it gave us a nice chance to kind of introduce conversation, talking, telling someone, I have a problem with something you did, right? Even if you take my eraser, you ask me and take my eraser and things like that. And around the same time, there's also like a lunch committee that we found, right? So these kids were so sweet enough, they would come and tell me, sir, उसके पास lunch नहीं है, उसके पास lunch नहीं है, उसके पास lunch नहीं है. तो उन लोगों का अलग टिफिन सर्विस चल रहा था कि अगर क्लास में कोई अकेला बैठा है ना और वो खाना नहीं खा रहा है ना, तो उसको बुला के उसके साथ खाओ और उसको खिलाओ ताकि वो खाए. ठीक है, if there's no food, we used to get midday meal, we used to get khichdi from the government, right? So kids would be like, okay, I'll go get you. मेरे पास डब्बा है, तेरे पास खाना नहीं है, बट खाना इस डब्बे में डाल सकते हैं. तो हम दोनों खाते पहले इसको, फिर खिचड़ी लेके आते, फिर हम दोनों खत्म करते इसको, right? And it was one of the most beautiful things to see this grow, because they went on from learning alphabets to reading books to their friends. Like, we got to learn them a lot of books, and a lot of friends also contributed books. So they would just sit and read it to each other. It was nice to see this progress, because you could see something happening, right? In our everyday life, we can't track progress in job, in growth, in mental health, all of that. But here I could see that you were scared to talk in front of the class yesterday, and 2 days later, you spoke in front of the class for the first time. And it really helped me look at my life differently and individually. Instead of, when you feel imposter, you're like, everything sucks. I should stop doing this. Versus today, I feel like shit. And today, I don't feel like doing something. Versus tomorrow and ruining everything that you've built for so many days. And I learned how to live in the moment from them, which I'm really lacking right now in life. I'm not able to. But, giving them a call, messaging them, that really helps. Then now on it, dude, they used to be in 2nd and 3rd. Then now in like 8th and 9th. Right? And they're on Instagram. They send me like cute messages. It's very sweet, dude. Anyways, 2 more people. I'll come back. I'll do one story. I just want to tell you one story about one kid in my class. And then we'll end the show. We'll call the last performer after that, okay? 2 more performers. We have 2 more people. Okay, cool. Yeah, start clapping. Cool, last time. Start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. We have seen similar name people. Can we please have Arsh? Together. Yes, keep it going for Harsh. Keep it going.
Hello. Awake?
Yes.
Clearly not. Wake up, no thodu. I'll break everyone's hearts and then y'all can go back to sleep. I'm kidding. So I have one poem for you guys. I'm going to keep it really short. Sabka kata hai? Hai na? You're too excited. Aapka abhi abhi kata hoga. But this quick poem that I have for you guys is called Misconnection. It's basically based on the fact that, you know what, if you want to say something, say it. Say it. Otherwise, kya pata? Kal ho na ho, right? And मेरा भी ऐसे ही कुछ सिचुएशन था. हाई स्कूल में प्यार हुआ था, कम से कम पता नहीं कितने साल पहले, लेकिन हाई स्कूल में प्यार हुआ था. And after high school, everyone goes away to study. People go to different cities, different countries. So I had this small crush, and it's based on that. I just never had the guts to tell her. If you're still watching this stream, I'm looking at you. You know who you are. I'm not going to take her name, so we'll call Prachi Tanya. Cool? So yeah, it's called a misconnection. I was hoping to let her know as she waved goodbye, hugging and kissing everyone, just waiting to get on that airplane and fly. She wanted to go chase her dreams and had nothing to hide. Not knowing when I would see her next killed me inside. As she moved past each checkpoint, her memories kept flashing in front of my eyes. I had to keep the silent heart beating before it breaks down in cries. I stood there helplessly, watching her check her bags and wondering what could have changed if I just had the courage. What could have been? Things change, people leave, and there's nothing we can do. But if you want to say something, say it before it gets too late, or you'll lose that too. Don't wait around for the perfect moment, because that's just a fantasy. We have to make each moment perfect to understand its gravity. Otherwise, you'll just see her face everywhere you go, in every reflection. Don't wait before she gets on some flight. Or it'll simply be a missed connection. Thank you very much. My name is Ashwar. That's all from me. Please welcome back your host for the afternoon, evening, Sunday open mic, Harsha. Woo.
Thank you, Harsh. How are you guys feeling?
Great.
Okay. One announcement, one story, one final act, and then we can go home. Okay. We have poetry open mics twice in a week, on a Sunday and a Monday. Sundays are 2 o'clock, Mondays are 7 o'clock. Both have the same process. Sorry. Messaging the host, the team is not going to help. Messaging nobody is going to help to get a slot. We have an external team, okay? They just send us names. We can't question them. We can't ask them what, right? So you guys got a comment. They will look at it. They'll send us a list. We'll be like, cool. Thanks for the list. And then we put out the list and all of that. So that is one. Second, again, to reiterate, we're live streaming this whole event. It's available at Habitat Studios YouTube channel. You'll get your photos on Instagram by Habitat. You will get it. Okay. 6 to 7 days time दे देना. 6 to 7 days, ठीक है? 6 to 7 working. Okay, we are working every day. So every day is a working day, right? Follow artists. Tell each other if you liked each other's work. Apart from money, validation is the best currency we have right now. It's a fun currency to have. Okay, I want to end my journey of Tare Zameen Par by making a whole circle moment of describing the. There's a song somewhere in the movie, I forgot what song. Some song in the movie from where you can see Ishana Vasti's character arc going upwards. Yeah, thanks. So from that phase onwards, right, this began. There's a kid in my class named Zoya. Zoya came from a village. As in, she was studying in the village, and her parents decided, okay, we need to move to Bombay. We know some people there, so we'll go there. She'll go to class. She had learned grade 1 and 2, but not so well. So she joined in grade 3 in my classroom. And she was already a very scared, meek, tiny, soft-voiced, very quiet kid, right? Who didn't know when is the right time that she could use the voice, when she could talk, when will someone allow her to talk or even listen. Because every time she would start talking, she was so slow that other kids would overpower her and their energy would be so much that we would move past that point. So now Zoya would come to class every day and she would start writing the alphabets because we were trying to get her to learn the alphabets because she would forget after a point. So every day it was like A, B, C, D, E, blank. Right? We spent 6 hours. Maybe by the end of the night, she's written an F and a G. We've written the whole alphabet, stole her a copy, F and G, maybe, till there. So we had to get a volunteer after a point because, each of our class had 40 kids. So we couldn't really pay attention so much. So I was like, we'll get a volunteer for you specifically. We'll make sure that you and Krishna, who was like her again, Krishna and her were slow learners. And they were taking time to build concepts. And they were in the same path of learning alphabets yet. So we put a volunteer with them and we're like, you'll sit in the corner of the room and we'll give you different, homework. We'll give you different things to learn, different resources, but you got to learn this. So every day, A, B, C, D, E. That begins at 1 o'clock as soon as she comes to class. By the end, maybe 1, 2 letters, 3, 4 letters, 4, 5 letters here and there, but she was still not sure of the arrangement of letters. We spent 1 whole year doing this. By the end of the year, there was a lot of progress. There was amazing progress. And she was still able to write the alphabets in order. Maybe she wrote an alphabet ulta or she wrote an alphabet, interchanged the position of it. But it was fine. She remembered the alphabet, that was important. Now 2 months she's gone on vacation to her village. So when she's come back, there's been a proper slip in her, because she was so regular in doing it that she was away. Now a little more context to her parents, actually a little more context to Teach for India. They would tell us that we need to invest, we need to be in touch with the investors of the child's education, which is the school, the parents, and us teachers itself, and also some amount of siblings and friends and everything around them who impact them to either motivate them to study or don't study. So her parents, she had also had an elder brother. And elder brother was one of the most mischievous kids in the whole school. Every teacher knew his name from grade 1 to grade 7. Everyone knew that's the guy. And all he did was just create chaos everywhere. So every time, and the age gap between Zoya's brother and Zoya was quite a lot. So he would come pick her up for lunch. He would come pick her up while they would go home at night. And while I would try to tell him that, listen, tell your sister to study, do this, do that. He's like, sir, dekh lenge. And he would leave. So I was like, okay, we need to tell the parents about this. When I started telling the parents, their first reaction was to hate the child. So they would just hate Zoya. And I'm like, I don't think that's working. What you're trying to do all these years is not worked, right? But we were in a tricky position because you can't tell parents how to parent their child. That's very egoistic for a parent and they feel very hurt. Also, we had to maintain that respect to be like, you're the parent, you get to decide that. I will intervene when I really think it's necessary. So other kids' parents would listen. We would be like, yo, you can't hit. Just don't. Okay? We'll figure out a better way. So we realized that वो लोग invested नहीं है इतना. उसका भाई भी invested नहीं है. And I was like, तो ट्यूशन में करती क्या है? ट्यूशन में होमवर्क नहीं कर रही है. यहाँ पे नहीं कर रही है. ट्यूशन जा रही है. वो पैसा ले रही है. She's not even learning anything. What is the point of this? Parents are like, नहीं, उसका भाई भी जाता है ट्यूशन. वो लोग सीखते हैं. आप टेंशन मत लो, कर लेंगे. They didn't put any effort. And then again, this whole third thing happened. The next year happened. When they came back after summer vacation, she's gone back into A, B, C, D, E, right? Maybe she's written an F, but that's about it. She's blank for like an hour now. So like, okay, we need to get another set of volunteers. We got another set of volunteers, got her to sit through it. And it was a nice year. She went from letters to maybe like a 2-letter word, right? A 3-letter word, maybe, little. She was very slow. But I could still see her not have the confidence in class. Like I would push her to read in class. You know, someone raises their hand, I'm like, no, Zoya, you read in class. And she would be scared. She'd just nod and sit down. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to respect that if you're going to say, because if you're just going to stand and stare at me, then I don't know what you're feeling. But if you're saying no straight up, and if you're someone who doesn't speak a lot, but you're saying this to me, I'm going to respect that and be like, okay, sit down, don't do it. When you feel right, do it, but do it. Someday, I expect you to do it, right? So now we're doing this. My second year in Teach Front gets over. It's the worst, right? Because it was the last parent-teacher meeting was so emotional for us. And the ironical thing was all the mischievous kids were crying. And the rest of the class was chilling, right? All the mischievous kids sat in the corner of the room when we told them, yo, it's a 2-year thing. We have to leave. Some new teacher will come, right? Most of the kids were like, no, right? 6 kids who troubled me for 2 years, right, was sitting in a corner and just crying. Like the bad crying, like the listening to Ma song crying, like, don't leave me and go. And it was so sweet to do that. So it was very hard to do this. So 2 years getting over, we had to leave. I thanked all my kids. I looked at Zoya and I was like, listen, I know you can do it. Like, I know you have it in you. I know you're a little scared, but it's okay. And I know kids around you are annoying and intimidating, but just do what you have to. I know you can do it. And we all left. 1 year later, I go to visit them again. Because they were troubling me a lot, saying, where are you? Why are you not coming? Who's this teacher? Who have you left us with? And all. I'm like, guys, relax, okay? You can't be mean to teachers. Just accept them. They are who they are, right? So initially, they took some time in accepting that, oh, you are a new teacher, it's fine. They kept telling them, when will they come? And those guys are like, guys, it's us now. Those guys have left, right? So I go a year later. And it's been really fun to interact with them in that 1 year where I was not with them, but I heard from them. So finally, the day comes, I go to meet them. It's fun. Now, I'm literally in the middle of 2 classrooms because both of them are playing tug of war with me, saying, नहीं मेरे क्लास में, नहीं मेरे क्लास में, नहीं मेरे क्लास में. I'm like, दोनों की क्लास में होगा यार, ऐसे एक क्लास के लिए नहीं आया मैं, ठीक है? So I go to one class. And around that time when everyone's doing this, I saw Zoya come in. So I said, hi Zoya. She came, she was also holding my hand and tried to pull into her classroom. And suddenly she just left. She left that midway and went. तो मैंने सबको बोला तुम लोग रुको मैं आता हूँ ठीक है लंच है तुम लोग खेलो खाओ ठीक है you won't get lunch break again next period your teacher's going to come and teach you so let me go to meet other teachers I'll come back I'll come to you don't worry चले गए ये आधे चले गए I followed Zoya into the classroom, right? So I go into the classroom. Then I sit down on the teacher's thing, and people are all running around, and I can see Zoya, and she's like looking at me and then looking down. So I was like, okay, Zoya, come here. So I called Zoya. She came, and I was like, I heard you say something. Were you trying to say something? She's like, yes, sir. I wanted to ask you, how are you? And I'm standing there, having tears in my eyes with goosebumps, saying, this is the same Zoya that couldn't write after an F. It's the same Zoya that couldn't spell a 2-letter word and was ostracized by the classroom because they think they were like smart enough than her. She was always the weak one. Like in a given scenario, someone said, oh, Zoya, if Zoya could do this versus I could do it, I will win. It made sense in all of the scenarios. But she was downright, and no one believed in her. Not her parents, not her brother, no one else in the class, nor the teacher. But she tried. And this was the exact moment that she told me, how are you? I said, I'm good, Zoya. Thank you for asking. How are you? She said, I'm good, sir. We all miss you. And then just goes and sits in a place. And then I do the rounds, right? I just go around, meet other kids, meet other teachers and all. And just when I'm about to leave, the lunch was about to get over, I see Zoya sitting with a storybook, reading it out for her classmates. And that... And I feel like no matter what great writer I become, I can never write this. I can never think of it. I can never imagine how much she had to put through to be in the place that she is. But she did. And she taught me a very important lesson to not fucking give up. Which is the same I'll tell you guys. Wherever you go, whatever happens, there'll be a lot of noise, man. I mean, yeah. It'll also be, if it's too quiet, it's not fun, but this noise is too much. But the fact is that I hope in the next time that you are stuck and you feel like you can't walk, think of Zoya and remember that if she can, you can too. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming, each one of you. I'm going to call the last person, okay? And then I'll come back, just do closing remarks, and then get to go home. Yeah? Are you guys excited? I'm very excited because I haven't seen him perform in a long time. I think he's doing an old piece. Okay, you're doing an old piece, okay. I'm very happy. I started my poetry journey with him. If any of you have seen Habitat Studios page before this, it was at 250 when he started working here, and then I started working here, and then together with the team, especially with his curation, we really boosted our YouTube channel from 250 to 250,000, all because of this one man sitting here. I don't get to do this very often, so I'm going to. He was that one person who I was so happy. I would be like, oh, मैंने कुछ नया लिखा है, and then he's like, ये poem है. Not in a bad way. He was the person who would not give me a chance to, first of all, feel like my work is shit, but at the same time be like, this doesn't make sense. In a good way, right? You can improve this. What is this? This is not how it makes sense. You can try this. And he was one person I was not scared of being like, you know what? Shower me with like, throw facts at me. Tell me where can I improve and where can I get better. And I'm glad he could see my journey for the last 5 years. And I'm glad that he's here. And I'm glad that you guys will get to listen to him. So for one time, for this one open mic, I urge all of you from the back to the front to clap like crazy. Last person, guys. Last person. Can we please have Arsh Mehta?
You spoke about situationships. It's 2023 is a weird time to be single, man. Like, there are so many things. There is breadcrumbing, there is benching, there is DTR, and DTR is define the relationship. There is afford dating, which is going to cheap places. It's all over the place. Well, my poem is 1.5 minutes long, so मैं 1 minute बकचोदी करूँगा. So yeah, I mean, it feels great to be back here, first of all. And Harsh always oversells me for no reason at all. मैं कुछ खास नहीं करने वाला. मुझे मेरी पोएम है ना 99% याद है, but let's see कितना याद है कितना नहीं है. Okay, we're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. Smoke a while, smoke a mile, kill a child. Submissive souls are young and wild. We bend our back to stay on track and spend our money on paying tax. Fake a tan, diss a tran. Swipe away because we can be part of a herd. Son of a nerd, shoot blind to kill a black mockingbird. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. Burn a bridge, yeah, walk a... What? Sorry. Burn a bridge, yeah, walk a ridge, yeah, tease and taunt a little smidge, yeah, plan a collision, put her in the kitchen, slay a white pigeon in the name of religion, corrupt our veins, grow those strains, plant those motherfucking chips in our brains, those robots that we humanize, they're nothing but a compromise. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. Cloak your strife, fake your life, get online with a decorated knife, feed blind hate, designed to fade, down knowledge in propagandic debate, suppress heresy, have no mercy, support misogynistic prophecy, touch her here and touch her there, because she's a girl, right? She don't care. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. We're a bored generation, we seek stimulation. Side with Satan, pass the baton, the choice is only yours to shit on, shout the... Sorry. Thank you. Side with Satan, pass the baton, the choice is only yours to shit on... Well, I forgot it. again. Okay, I'm gonna just read. Shout a slogan, trod on the broken, live in a fantasy world forsaken, swing a club at a little bub to lose him in rhetoric dub, assume authority, force sanity, stoke aggression and depravity. But if this is what humans are, fuck humanity.
So I love the last part. I love it. Can we please have it for Ash? Yeah. Man. It's almost like nostalgia. Because I've heard this piece so many times. It's been a while I heard it. Especially the last two lines. Like, he's done it at that point so many times that after a point it was like if he had friends in the audience, everyone knew they would all just say fuck humanity together. That felt so good. But thank you so much, Ash. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Yeah, that brings us to the end of today's open mic. It's okay, guys. Don't be sad. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Relax. It's okay. It's an open mic. It's okay. Huh? Yeah, peak. This is the peak, right? So I'm glad. Monday. I don't want to do this. We still have a Sunday left. We still have a few hours left. Don't give up. Come for our show if you can. Come to the show in the evening if you can. There are shows that we have at Habitat every day. Please follow the page. I think you do because you commented yes. Follow the page. If you want to come for an open mic, yes, that's the only process. Please come for Creative Block. Follow Creative Block. RSVP is available online. Video, photo, bolte humne 2 baar. Already you guys know what to do. Please keep doing what you're doing. It matters. Please keep writing. Please keep performing. I hope to see you guys soon here. Follow me if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience today. Can we please have for all performers? You want to say something? Guys, she wants to. We can do it after the. Yeah. We can do it after this open mic. As soon as this open mic gets over, we can do that. She wants a photo with all of you guys because it's her first open mic and she's sweet enough to invite all of us in. People come, first time people come and they take with the logo. So like it's nice to also get like this bar, a little bar from this, okay? No, so cool. So have a great day. Whatever you're gonna do next, have a great week. We hope to go see you guys soon. Take care. See